Podcast, you can't win. I touch black and whites just by stroking my chin. Tell Marva got a plan if he just sit in. And we can be the sons and thus fit in. Talking a good game, topics never lame. Conversations just the same, right before they left the brain. Seriously funny, but if you take it seriously, you end up smiling. If not, laugh hilariously. And every Tuesdays we're on the ones, so stay in tune before noon. It's the Podical Sons.
It's ridiculously funny.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in Brooklyn. Neither one of us have law degrees. I'm Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start the show. How are you feeling? Happy 50th.
Happy 50th to you too, Marv.
Cheers to that, man.
I like the rings of it.
Yeah, man, the 50th, man. We here, man. We put in the work, man.
Could you remember the first episode, the first two episodes?
Man, I remember the crying baby because I had my son in it, man. So my son, he can't talk reckless to me like, Dad, you ain't put me in the show. I'm like, shit, you better check episode 2.
It's funny because I was even saying...
you want to redo it? Negative. Leave that bitch organic.
No, at first I did, but I was like, nah, it's up there. People have heard it. People know what the episode was about, and it was a good episode. So, we'll let it rock, and just the way how it is, raw and everything was beginnings. Humble beginnings, man. You got to celebrate that.
I mean, but the main thing we always stress on our show is growth and development, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like, when we come to that whole level and stuff, it was all about the growth piece.
Yeah.
And we developed into, like, some fine wine shit right here, you know? It's like
yeah.
Poetic, like.
And there's a lot of things that we've done outside of the podcast show, and we brought it back in. And
yeah, most definitely, man. We honed in on a whole bunch of things. People are looking forward to Sons on the Streets. Stay tuned to all that good stuff. And I mean, the Sons. We out here doing stuff in the community. So I mean, it's a blessing from episode 1 to episode 50, and 50 more to you, man.
50 more to you.
Yeah, man. We here with the good folks and stuff, whatever.
Yes. Special guests in the house because they were there from, like, I would say the first the first 10.
Yeah.
Definitely within the first 10
in this place, whatever. So I mean, we got Ben Dillinger in the building. I know y'all looking forward to him. So
AKA your favorite adopted son. Yeah. AKA Ben 10, AKA Ben who?
That's what he does.
AKA girlfriend's favorite Ben.
AKA Ben, the man who got the T-shirts for us, looking so fly.
I might need another one because I got the beer gang and stuff popping off now, so I might need another one.
Yeah, you did not have a beard.
Yo, I've been telling him to grow it. He doesn't listen. Thank you.
It's good look. You look very adult. I like
this
it.
one.
A woman's perspective. Now, hopefully, you listen to her.
This one didn't put my full beard. They gave me like a 5 o'clock shadow. If you look close, but
yeah,
I'll take it.
I see it. So I mean, like, all that's in there and stuff for them. Then we got Shorty blessing us from the Real Princess Diaries and her podcast. Welcome. Thank you for joining us on the 50th. Hey. So I mean, like, tell them about your show. I'll let them know how it goes.
Well, my show is a problematic mess. Like, we could start there. It's mostly pop culture and lifestyle, similar to this, and we talk about all the controversial and sticky stuff you see happening in the media right now.
Facts.
Mixed in with a lot of our personal opinions, which do not line up with the rest of society's. So it's a good listen.
Yeah.
It's a good listen because a lot of people listen to us. I'm sure a lot of women listen to us like, what's your problem? What's your problem? But at least we're honest. We are who we are,
I mean, moral honesty I always ask for and stuff. Any playlist. If I'm listening to a podcast, I need more honesty and, I feel like own your truth.
Yeah, like we're just... It's crazy how it works, but me and Juice, we go against the grain for like almost everything. There's some things where I think I'm a bit more emotional, so I'm kind of soft with some things. But yeah, no, we go against the grain all the time. So
that's what's up.
But don't you even find it, like, even with some of those that you may rub the wrong way or go against the grain, that there's the one or two that actually like get the shit that you're talking about.
You know what surprises me? There's a lot of people, because we say things that people are too afraid to say, and we break it down and we really talk about it. And a lot of people are like, you know what? That's facts. That's real. There are some people who are like, nah, like, you're doing too much. Life's not like that. And it's just like, shut up. Like, I don't care. But I find that more people agree.
Yeah.
But then again, that's coming from, like, we built that brand off of our own personal followings, and if you follow me, you're a messy bitch. Like,
okay, so let me ask you this and stuff, because me, same thing, like how you build your brand. I did the same thing. So everybody knows I'm with the shits. I'm with the shits, and I'm about the convo, and I have those convos that people they're afraid to have, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, even like, with the on the Mondays and Thursdays when I post the questions and everything like that, whatever, like, during sex, socks on, socks off. How you feel?
How do I feel about socks?
Wait,
What level are we on?
What level are you on?
What level are we on? It depends on the man that I'm with.
And that's why I replied, because I had some DMs that made it seem like this is more of a complex question than us Podical Sons just pose it out to be. There's not, because there's things involved.
I mean, I look at it like this, man. Look, so the hypothetical I'm gonna paint for you and stuff, whatever, is that this is your third time getting it in. So the first 2 times y'all got it in, it was an impulse type of thing, whatever, you know? On site, you just went at it. So now the third time, it's kind of like, yo, you know, we gonna do something tonight? Like, yeah, you know, like some real, you're planning this shit out. So
now if I planned it out, I don't need socks, we good.
Socks off?
Yeah,
so what if he wears socks?
Then he doesn't like me. It's
wow.
just like if a man doesn't take off his boxers, I know I'm just a quick smash.
What if he just has cold feet and he wants to, give himself some confidence?
I told Marv, is it summertime or wintertime? It kind of depends.
Summertime is wintertime. What did I wear? Because if I showed up at your house in sandals, my socks are gonna be off regardless. But it's like, just it is what it is. I'm kind of actually the type of person where I carry socks in my purse when I go to people's house because I don't like people's floors.
Me too.
All right.
So
that's my thing.
Fair enough. Yeah.
It depends. It's so sticky. But it's like
Wait,
if I'm really into you, like everything is coming off.
So we gotta play footsies or something like that if we getting it in, like.
No, but
that's what I'm saying.
I just feel like
Big toe gotta do the polar bear rub.
I got an ugly pinky toe, right? I got an ugly pinky toe and stuff, whatever. And sometimes like women, they get discouraged from like the slightest little change. So let's say, for example, you'd be like, "Oh shit, why your toe look like that? My pussy dry. It's done."
That is women.
Exactly.
I don't look at men. I just don't look at a man's feet. Period. But I just know that if he's it's like dudes who put their thing through the boxer hole. Like, you don't care about you.
No. I'm gonna get naked. I'm just saying all I got is my socks.
Just the socks. Just the socks is left.
Socks and condom. And then if we grow to be in that type of relationship,
then sometimes
just
the condom will go.
Condom will go. Just socks.
I don't know.
You not with the shits. Really?
I don't know. It depends. Like, it just depends. Like, if we're really like this, like, you gotta just let it go. Like, care. I take up I won't always, but if I'm with you like that, I like my ankles kissed and stuff. So I gotta get rid of the socks. Like, the leg kisses and stuff. Like, it just gotta go.
Well, here's the thing: you're gonna take off your pants anyways. Why don't you just grab your socks with it and
just wheel them off? Yeah, like one.
I mean,
one smooth motion.
Okay, so in my head,
and also it depends. Like, are my toes done? Are they not done?
Okay, well, if we're doing science now, whatever, they said science. 35% women who wear socks during sex have a higher chance of getting an orgasm and stuff with it because their body is warmer.
What?
So they said first thing that's cold on the person and stuff is their toes, their fingertips, and their nose.
Yeah.
Right.
So now if she's kind of grabbing onto the person and stuff, whatever, that's killing the fingertips from being cold, and the feet are covered up and stuff with it. So now you're increasing the chance for orgasm and stuff with it on that level. Because I got into the whole argument with some doctors and everything in the hospital. And they were like, socks on, socks on, socks on. And then some people walked up on me like,
nigga,
why you having your socks on?
Why you taking your socks off?
I've had sex with socks on, but I just feel like it's not that as intimate as it could be.
Yo, honestly, I'm with it on that one.
Yo, you with the intimacy on it?
Yo, I have my socks on. I'm just thinking.
That wasn't my longest lasting relationships and situations. It's just kind of like, okay.
Maybe that's
I'm just saying, and people were just arguing in certain situations calls for certain things. So I'm just thinking to myself, what if you just, you and her, you're going to some dinner dance thing, you know what I mean? So you freshen up, you come out the shower and you in your boxes and your socks on, and
she
you look over and she look all delicious and stuff like that, and you only got a few seconds, you know what I mean, or a few minutes to get it in. You gonna pause for the socks? You're gonna take off your drawers? You're gonna slide it to the side and hope nothing don't mess up your drawers, so you can slide on your dress pants, your slacks, and get to where you gotta go.
Wow.
No, I can't do that.
Nuh-uh. If you keep your shit on, get out. Get out.
No, I can't. I can't.
That's not some car shit or you're doing some quick stuff. Like, you came to my house, you knew what you was doing. No, get out.
But I'm already saying you're already there. You
know what? Do what you want, because I'm not sleeping with you. So you do what you want.
Okay. Well, there you have it. I got my freedom, and you know what Shorty's looking for.
There we go.
Yo, so Shorty, tell us, how was your hot girl summer, man?
hot as hell.
What you doing? It was wild out here and stuff. I seen you.
I don't even remember.
I always want to tell you happy belated and stuff, whatever, because you know your birthday and my son's birthday same day, whatever.
Yeah, I remember you
about to
said
say
that.
what cancers.
July 10th.
In the place.
July 10th, man.
Wow. Yes.
The cancers and stuff on that side, I guess. Is that what it is?
This is what it is.
There's a cancer section over there?
For the 50th. For the 50th. It's a special edition. We're going all out. We're separating the cancers from the rest of y'all jokers, and we moving through, man.
I mean,
it's still Virgo season, though.
Y'all, I want to say, to me, what I realized is, because remember, I got a cancer son. I'm trying to understand what kind of person he might be and stuff, whatever. Y'all emotional, y'all fickle, and y'all only go and do things on your own whim. Am I lying?
What's your point?
It's not everybody.
Y'all not denying that shit, so that that means I'm right. That means I'm right. Let's go.
That sounds like you too.
Who, me? No, no. I take lessons. I take heat and stuff and some things. But I don't move at my own drum and stuff like I want to say 85% of the time I do. But if you tell me something that might just give me a better view of some things, I'll fall back and take a lesson in.
Thank you.
That be that and stuff, whatever.
You know what? Honestly, but you cannot. So I don't know how deep you are into astrology, but you cannot judge yourself entirely based off of your sun sign. And your sun sign is your first sign, which is Cancer. Remember, you have a whole chart.
Right. Yeah.
So you can't, you can, there's a lot to it, but you can't just judge off of your sun sign because that's some basic, mediocre horoscope shit.
True.
You gotta read your moon sign, you gotta read your rising sign.
Yeah, your retrograde, Mars in retrograde.
Honestly, that retrograde thing I still don't understand. I was to me, no,
I'm basic as shit. I'm talking about newspaper basic.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm basic like that.
I don't read those. You gotta do the full reading. I'm a Cancer sun, I'm a Leo rising, and a Taurus moon. So your rising sign.
That also has to do with what time you're born.
Yeah, exactly. So you figure out what time and place you're born, and then you can get your whole chart. And your different signs will be aligned with different planets, and it really explains more about who you are. So people will say, "Oh, it's hooey." Yeah, the newspaper stuff is garbage, but honestly, when you really read into it, I think it's real.
So wait, if you're born July 10th in Canada, as opposed to July 10th in Nigeria,
depending on where the sun is placed at the time. Yeah, you'll have
different suns and stuff like that.
No, your sun sign will always be the same because you're born between July. If you're born July 10th, you're Cancer. That's your sun sign. But your moon and your rising can all be different depending on what time during the day you're born.
It also depends on your location because even with the star chart. You gotta put in where you were born at that point. So it's gotta figure out where underneath whatever star, whatever sun or whatever.
Basic. I'm not with that.
I'm not with that either.
It's so fun though. It's actually really fun. I like it.
That's why you're not Cancer. Yeah.
That's why you're not Cancer.
Well, I'm sorry, King Crab and Queen Crab.
Okay.
Damn.
It takes a special bunch to understand these things.
Thank you.
Because y'all special damn kings anyway.
We'll take it. It's good. It's all good. Hating ass niggas.
Whatever, man. All right, man. Somebody ask you.
I'm glad for the 50th. I have a co-host that can help me fight off the Sofa Marv.
That's how you feel, huh?
The Sofa Marv because he be abusing me sometimes, man. I don't know what it is.
Sure, you went from a guest host to a co-host in a split second.
Yo, that's what happened, man. They claim.
I have the sauce. The water sign culture is attaching to people.
Yeah, that's why the table just kind of dissected everything.
I'm a Virgo, so we get along with Taurus.
Oh, you're a Virgo?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Wow.
Virgo men are very emotional and needy and clingy, and they're just not my thing.
And I'm okay with that.
But I like.
That sound like bad.
I like a man. I like a man with
a
Virgo moon.
Okay.
No, men with a Virgo moon. I like you. Your moon sign can be Virgo because the moon is controls your feelings. That's what. You're talking about astrology, but I like men with a Virgo moon. It's just.
So you like a man that express his feelings?
The Podical Sons.
How you like your men?
How do I like my men? Dark like Deuce.
Hey. And the funny thing too, like this. When it comes to me, for years, dark skin girls wouldn't even like me.
Really?
Dark skin girls wouldn't even look my way. I shit you not. Probably slept with 3 dark skinned girls and stuff, whatever. Well, before Hot Boy Summer started. I want to say 3 dark skinned girls and stuff. Whatever. Other than that, it was light skinned girls or caramel tone type chicks and stuff, whatever. They look my way. I went to a party one time and stuff, whatever. I went to a party. I seen a girl stuff, whatever. We chopping it up and everything. I'm like, I'm about to go with my peoples. If anything, can I get your number? Or you know what? Take my number. So she like, you cute and all. You dark, I'm dark. If we get together, we gonna have smoke babies. I'm like, wow.
That's that's not cool.
We ain't even had sex yet. You already know.
But that's the thing. There are a lot of people, even not just women, but men who when you look at some people, I guess the older you get, you look at someone and you be like, well, what can be the possibilities, right?
Facts.
And people look at those things, and I think that's pathetic. Like, I really do. Like, I get it. Some people will try to justify it and say, well, if I have kids or somebody's dark, and I'm dark, my kids are going to face these things. But it's really like a thing where it's how you raise your children and how you raise them to take a chip on the shoulder. Like, it's not that serious. You know what I mean? Like, the world is going to eat you alive whether you light or dark. You're black. You see what I'm saying?
And being too dark, people don't necessarily guarantee you would.
That's what I'm saying. Some stupid ass genetic.
My daddy light skin, whatever.
Some stupid genetic can skip, and your kid could come out like whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got a light skin son.
I don't like that.
I
don't like that. I personally I love melanin. So it's like I've never really been into like the light.
Melanin popping is the thing right now.
I've never really been into that. I found that they pursue me. I just never really been into it, but it's like you're just gorgeous. Like your skin's dark, you're just gorgeous to me. It's like a thing. It's really a thing.
But has that always
so
been
you
the
don't
case?
have so it's,
yeah,
it's,
I've always
it's,
been like that.
So it's not the flip thing around. So you don't have a problem with like dark skinned men approaching.
No, you darker. My mother's darker than me. My mother's gorgeous, teeth perfect, skin's flawless.
Whereas Marv,
no,
you'd have actually had dark skinned women tell you, nah, you too dark. We gonna have
yeah, like I had dark skinned women and stuff, but kind of just
you gonna have black and more kids.
I don't want that. I want my children.
I seen them like if a light skinned dude or a lighter dude and stuff was to approach them.
Yeah.
No problem.
They just be like, hey, yeah, so
no.
6'7".
No,
I'm like, well, damn.
No, I don't want that. I want my children to be a reflection of me. So I want a higher possibility of them looking like me. Facts. I think that is so important.
I am not mad at that.
I'm not against that at all. That's really pathetic.
You know your boy right here, he kind of racist though.
I've heard.
I'm not.
You look like the type.
You look like the type, right?
What does that even mean?
Nah, I'm not against it.
Yeah, you know, he like to dabble with the chocolate, but he'll marry the light skin.
That's you one of those?
Yeah, he one of those.
Stories up.
Wow. It's like, yeah, I'll sleep with you, I'll date you, but if I'm gonna settle down,
he's not gonna keep you.
That's not true.
We gotta pass the paper tag
Tell us
test.
your truth then. Tell the whole world Marv a liar.
Marv's a liar. Dark skin girls don't like me either.
That's not true.
Dark skin girls don't like brown.
I think you're cool.
What the dark skin girls like?
Really? I mean, you said I'm a Virgo, like not a Virgo.
Cause Virgo like Virgo.
Dark skin Virgos are not allowed.
If it was not for your sun sign, I think you are cute.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
There you go. So I don't have a problem with you.
But you're not the rule, you're the exception.
That's fucked up.
That's how you swindle some pussy, man. And that's how you swindle some fucking pussy.
She's the exception. She's
right, yeah.
The cut above.
That's wow. It's crazy because like we having this conversation right now, but I find like when I go out, I could be in a room full of black men and white men will come up to me first. I've had black guys tell me they'll be like, you look like you like white guys. I don't.
Wow, really?
White men love me. Like it's sickening. Like I've gone out.
So wait, how did that make you feel though?
How does that make me feel?
Yeah, when he says that.
I don't.
When you're the type of guy like only guy likes white guys.
Like do you how stuck up do you think I am?
I wonder if white guys.
How stuck up do you think I am?
I wonder if white guys look at her and say, she looks like the type of black girl that would like white guys.
They do though. They do though. They're like, I've actually had a guy crazy. I went to dinner. I went to STK and obviously I went with a black guy. Right. And this white guys were like, oh, how did he get so lucky? Like, how are you there? You know, whatever. And then I went to the washroom and he's like, oh, I know you don't really like him. I know what you like. I'm like, Chanel? Yeah, sure.
I mean, you can never take an L when you're wearing a Chanel.
You see the bag?
Like, you know what I mean? But that's how they do think like that. They do. They definitely look you up and down from head to toe and they'll assess you based off of such.
That's wow. I never thought that, man.
You think that we have issues within our own race? Nah, they judge us as much as we judge
each other.
Yes.
We also have shadism.
We do. We have shadism, which is pathetic to me. Because I mean, like at the end of the day, you know how they look at us?
Elaborate for shadism and stuff to the non-black.
So shadism is basically colorism, whereas as you can see, the whole world around us is anti-black, and the darker you are, you're not in anyone's favor. And that's not just here in North America. That is a problem in South America, in India.
In Africa.
Everywhere.
In Asia.
In Asia. The darker Asians, like people who are from Thailand and stuff, they are not as
looked upon compared to the Asian Japanese type.
When you went to Thailand airport, they're selling bleaching cream in the airport.
They do. Because
it's crazy.
Anything close to white is better. And that's in every culture. But at the end of the day, the way how they see us, whether it's Asian people, white people, they look at us and they're like, okay, You might be a little lighter, but you're still a N-word with a hard R. You know what I mean?
You know what's funny? When we watched Django, right?
Yeah.
And we seen Samuel L. Jackson's character. It's funny because typically that would have been a light-skinned person.
That's what I'm saying.
In that
Typically,
role.
he's a field N-word.
Yeah.
So he's the exception, not the rule.
He the exception, man.
Oh.
His black
Clap
ass,
back.
his black ass got uppity and got served the
Clap back.
plates.
Bruh, he was down for the man though. You see how loyal he was?
Oh, he was whip crapping. Give him the whip. He would
Bruh.
put some slaves in order.
Jeez, his character is something else.
Yo, so let me ask you this now, Shorty. Say you out and you see, you mind your business, probably getting some food and stuff, whatever. You see your girl, man, out with another woman. What are you gonna do?
Which friend is it? How close am I to that friend? How well do I know that man?
All right, so then we'll give
A few
Jalisa?
scenarios.
Oh no, don't say Jalisa because Jalisa.
Okay, hold on.
You-
I want two. I want two
quick
answers.
with the phone for Jalisa?
Am I for Jalisa? Listen, Jalisa don't take nobody serious. Okay, I don't care who's watching. Jalisa, if she likes you, but she's not at a stage where she's serious with anybody. What if she was serious with somebody? Yes, I'm taking out my phone, and I'm probably gonna come up to you too.
Oh,
That's my family.
That's
my
Hi,
family.
Ben.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, did you
Like,
call me?
but see, the thing is, I'm not even that type of girl. Like, I'm not aggressive. I'm definitely gonna say hi, but I'm gonna be like, oh, who's this? I was like, who is this? Like, introduce yourself, and I'll have a conversation with that girl. I'll get that girl's Instagram. Like, she'll just be thinking I think she's cute. Like, I want to follow her.
Right.
No. You got me fucked up. I'm that friend. If you are my dog and I see your man, oh, that's a problem.
What if her man's your dog too?
Why would he be my dog? You're not my
No,
dog.
your loyalty got a side to a specific side though, man. Your
If
loyalty
her
got a
man, like
side.
if they're like together like this and I'm at your house and I hail you and I hail her, it's like my friendship. I only know you because I.
Right, because
Friendship's trump card.
Who are you?
For example, my loyalty and stuff rides with her. So if I see her and a dude and stuff like whatever, I'm only cool with him and stuff because of her. So if she said fuck that dude, I'm gonna say fuck that dude too.
Yeah, exactly. You know how like Mariah Carey did the thing when she's like all of a sudden I can't read? That's me. I don't know. I can't see. I don't know no more. I don't even know. But like at the same time, it just depends. Like it depends. I'll always protect my girls. Like my girls will always come first. I would never like. Nah, just not. And it depends on how deep they are as well, because it gets different when people have children together and they're closer or they live together. You have to kind of be respectful of that, where it's not like you can just send a picture and a text,
right?
Because you're blowing up someone's whole life.
Facts.
If they're just dating, it's like, okay, he ain't shit. But then if it's like this, then you have to have a different conversation and make it respectful, because it's like, I don't love you if I'm being messy. My love for you is sitting you down and saying, yo, brace yourself, but A, B, C, D, I saw this. So how do you want to handle it?
Okay, so let me ask you this now. So pertaining to girls and stuff and their camaraderie and stuff like that, most of the time I always thought women didn't have that kind of thing and stuff for her. I want to say,
because a lot of women are slimy, but I'm not. I wasn't like I'm a girl's girl.
And you also said it was a degree of friend. Also,
it's a degree of friend. Like, are you my friend from work that I don't really care about, or like, are you like my homegirl? We used to do 1-2 step when we were in grade 3, like that. It all depends, I don't think any woman deserves to be hurt, but I also don't feel like placing myself in the middle of some mess and you not my dogs, because you probably wouldn't do the same for me.
But at what
Fair
point
enough.
do you interfere? If you're just having coffee, that you can't assume anything.
I mean, but the whole thing people will assume regardless of whatever. But I mean, from judging the situation and stuff, whatever. Like you saw your woman and stuff, whatever, out with another dude.
Like, especially is he being visible? Is he is he out in the open, or is he like being ducky dodgy, looking over his shoulder? Like, is he being sketchy? Just depends.
Guys don't do that, do they?
Yes, they do.
Like,
I've seen
You seen that
dude
before?
go out with sunglasses, hoodie up, looking over.
no,
his
I've never
shoulder.
seen that before.
You never
I
seen-
have
Yo,
seen
Only on
some
cheaters, maybe.
Nah, like I
Niggas show up in disguise.
Yes.
Yo, there's an Instagram video and stuff, whatever, right? The girl, she's in the car.
disguise.
My man driving the car and stuff, whatever. And then she tried to show like, I'm in the car with babe. And so she turned, the man boxed the phone straight out of her hand. Like, fuck you doing? Like, yo, like, she's like, I'm putting you on social media. He's like, I told you about that. Kill that.
Right? Like, I've
So
actually
I'm like,
seen
yo,
a
that
video.
man clearly has a main already.
See what I'm saying? I've seen a video where a girl was like just like snapping in like the bathroom or whatever. The man locked off the leg.
Right, I remember that one. And he
And he was
he G-checked her shit. That fast.
Exactly. So there are definitely a lot of
my
men who
God.
are like, they be cheating, but they really be hiding well.
I don't know. Maybe they dodging feds. There's a necessarily gotta be.
Dodging,
Yeah,
if
I'm
you
trying to
dodging
shoot
the
up some
feds,
bail.
you're not gonna be at STK with like your hoodie up, like you know what I mean. Like you're not gonna do that. You're hiding for a reason.
The feds got a little bit more secure than Rashida on her phone. They feds know what to look like.
The thing is, to me, there's levels to cheating as well. So it's like, if he's just, I'm not saying it's right, but there's sometimes there's just that physical, because men always want something new. They're always itching for something new. They could have something for 15 years.
Well, new pussy, ain't no pussy like new pussy.
Like men love new pussy.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So there's the girls that you smash, but it's like once you start getting invested, whether it's emotionally or financially, those are red flags where it's like, no, I'm snitching. I'm calling my friend because there's no reason you're eating Jacobs with some next bitch and you're not eating Jacobs with my friend. Take that bitch to McDonald's. I don't like that.
That's true.
I don't like that. And my whole thing is like, I don't condone cheat. Again, I don't think anybody deserves that, but it's like, yo, if you're gonna cheat on me, if you buy that bitch bubble gum, we are done. You spend money on her? Are you crazy?
Let me make this straight. He can give her hard dick, but he can't give her bubble gum.
No, you don't spend money on hoes.
So you can forgive the hard dick, but you can't forgive the bubble gum.
I'm not gonna forgive you, but I won't turn up as much because you didn't give her your money. Because men value their money. Men work hard every day. Men do not spend money on things that they don't like. Are you crazy?
That is absolutely fucking true.
That's why she.
Men won't even get a hotel room to fuck a bitch. They'd rather fuck you in the car.
Yo, we had this convo earlier.
They're not getting a hotel room for a girl that they don't like, whether they're cheating or not. They're not doing it. Once men are they're investing into you. They're not stupid. Like I know men are trash, but they're not that stupid.
Bless your heart, because they be shitting on our species and shit at times, man.
It's funny
give us a little credit.
It's still bad.
You're still stupid, but you're not that stupid.
Look, if somebody
It's not a compliment.
Hey, if somebody told you you're pretty stupid, whatever, you better appreciate the pretty portion first, man.
No.
You better count them blessings first.
No.
It's very funny because I mean the psychologists have said that anything that a man engages himself in or sets out to do is in pursuit, or that final goal is to either get some woman or impress some woman. A man don't do anything for anything
other than
else.
Selfish or for women. Period.
You understand?
Or if he has children, then
so he out there. I mean, he's trying to make the land go forth and multiply. He got that animal urges. I've always said it. Right? It's society that really says monogamy versus polygamy.
Yeah.
And then where do you want to fall in within that, right? Do you want to have that relationship with your significant other that respects polygamy and as what it is, and that's not something that is within your right or what you're supposed to be doing, right?
Okay.
If you want to be somebody in a relationship that's saying, hey, yes to polygamy, then that's something of your inherent right or whatever that you want to do. But society on a whole sets a standard, right? So if they're going to say polygamy is wrong, you're going to live by that certain set of standard and you're going to say, okay, I love you more anyway. We're gonna keep it within ourselves. That's it. We're not gonna stretch.
So then my next question to you and stuff, well, I say it to you and stuff before I bring it to the rest of the panel and stuff, whatever, be like, what if like you feel this type of connection pertains to like one person? Oh, we're not gonna crucify you because I know you married man and everything like that. Whatever. But I'm saying like,
and in a monogamous relationship.
And in a monogamous relationship, and
happy
stuff,
monogamous.
Black men don't cheat.
That's right.
But you in a situation.
I'm speaking on a perspective as a real man. I know from basic animal instinct point. We're trained to seek out women. There's no lies about that.
I get you, but what I'm saying,
you can argue that both ways. Women
there's no lies about
10
that.
guys at the same time and still want
but
more.
I'm saying
you can say women are built to be
it's now that
it's
not a society.
I know, but just women could do
you
that.
don't have that much vagina to do all that type of stuff. No,
it's now that society
you know?
says that, okay, you know what? We're gonna have it as monogamous relationship is the key to everything, way to go, and polygamy is something that we're moving out the window. Even though we know that it's been part of the culture from decades ago. Right. Now we have a standard that we're adhering to that standard, and we're viewing love based upon this standard.
Because
right?
we've now normalized that.
Because now we've now normalized it.
Right.
I get what I'm saying. But at the core, if you're looking at man's animalistic tendencies, then you're saying, okay, to yourself, hey, I'm like the gorilla. I'm like the lion. I'm like the whoever has some sort of pride or any sort of like following group as far as females are concerned to
just trying to fuck them all.
Progenate the race to have it going on. That's just the animal basic level of it. So you're always gonna have men who are gonna just have to either fight that instinct,
but no,
right?
but I'm here
overcome that instinct, because some men have reached to the point where man, I'd have screwed 100 women. Ain't even like that now. Give me something different. Give me something different.
All right. So now when it comes to nature and stuff, polygamy is there, monogamy is there, and like monogamous, what is it? Penguins, happy feet, some shit like that, whatever. They get one pebble, they give it to one type of
to impress a
female. That female, and then that's where they have their babies and stuff, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's just that one. So that's what I'm saying. In nature, you have both.
So
and nature and stuff, you have both. And
exactly.
Minus in society. That's what I'm saying. Minus in society.
Okay, you're saying apart from society. But why I'm arguing society is that society says it's wrong for you to be polygamist. When in nature, there's no wrong or right.
Nigga, I'm gonna move to Utah then to get me like sister wives and shit, get it popping over there. I just gotta buy them a different house because that's why they want it and stuff in Utah.
Well, I mean, with
you know about that.
With that being said,
I buy you a house though.
With that being said, you know what type of relationship you're in.
Where you can have multiple husbands.
You wouldn't want that? Why not?
That doesn't do anything for me.
But that's what I'm saying. Women have that nature about them. They're not gather hunters. Men are not slayers.
No.
They're not slaying out there. Like
I know some. Like Jaleesa would probably. Jaleesa doesn't believe in monogamy. She's like, people aren't meant to be monogamous. Like she does not believe in it. Like she does, but she doesn't at the same time. Whole face. Right?
So okay. Let me ask you this now. As you are now, do you believe that all men cheat?
Do I believe all men cheat?
Yeah.
To a degree, yes.
Ooh. Why?
Now, what would be your degree?
Like my degree is, do men cheat? Like, okay, it depends on what you think cheating is. Mm-hmm. Like, there's the physical part, obviously, where they're sleeping with somebody else, but there's also like whatever they're lacking in a relationship, they will seek out from another woman. I find so. After a while, if they're not being fulfilled, whether it's sexually or it's emotionally or there's just something missing, they're gonna go look for it.
I feel like that's both ways, though.
I feel like when you start like talking to somebody, like just texting somebody, like that's where it starts. That's where it starts. That's where it starts. So
and I think
I feel like to a degree, some men can't go through it with it physically, but they definitely like need some entertainment in between.
And I think we had an episode where we said there was like some sort of percentage.
Yeah, there's a degree and stuff that I want to say. If you go from, because like I was saying and stuff, and I'm like, men cheat on ego and women cheat on emo, right? On emotional.
Exactly. Men
so like when
cheat because it's physical. When women cheated, the relationship's done because it's an emotional need.
Right, but
the Podical Sons.
Okay, so let me ask you this now. Let's touch with this Ayesha Curry shit, whatever, right? I gotta touch on this Ayesha Curry thing and stuff, whatever, because it came to my mind and stuff, whatever. Like, smooth knows. When I went single, I slid in her DM. She said she ain't got no groupies. So I said, Marvin be your groupie? What's up? You see, I posted my slide in. She didn't respond.
So you strategically placed yourself. All right.
I put myself in a running because she said she wanted a groupie. I'm like, I left her alone. We knew who Steph Curry was. I respect Steph Curry as a person, more a player. But I'm like,
as a player.
But if she wanted a groupie and stuff, whatever, I mean, like, well, she got a lot of shit popping, whatever. Here I am. Mm-hmm. And a lot of women and stuff, they're like, oh, that's not what she meant. So I'm like, do women want groupies?
Do women want groupies? Yes.
Oh.
Yes, they do.
Why?
Whether they know it or not, at the end of the day, like, how do I say this without messing up everything? Because I don't want to get canceled. But at the same time, like,
cancel culture, so
women, okay, we could be fine without texting to anybody. Like, we could do our thing forever without anybody. Right. But there is a thing that clicks in your head where if you're not getting checked for, you're not getting looked at, you're not getting the double look.
You're not feeling appreciated.
You don't feel, you may or may not feel as confident. You know what I mean?
But isn't that a convo that you and your man should have though, like behind closed doors or something?
I think so. I think that she didn't have to go on table talk and do all that. Like she could have talked to her man.
Yeah, that could be a close argument.
But it's also like a very real thing because I know there's a lot of she's Ayesha Curry. She has a huge platform. There's a lot of women that probably feel like that, and I think it opened a dialogue where it's like, you know, I'm 23, but I can imagine, I'm sure, like once I get up there and I start feeling some type of way about myself, like, oh shit, no one's checking for me no more. Like, is it like that? Like, am I done? Is it over? Like, you know, it makes you feel some type of way. Whereas men are like, men age differently, and men get better with age. Whereas women, like, you know, the older you get,
no, women get fine wine too.
No,
hey,
society does not think like that.
I done put some posts about some grandmas that. They ain't looking like grandma.
You know what I mean?
G checked me on the grandma
I'm saying there are
thing,
women
too.
like, you know,
like grandma.
Black girl was an exception, not the rule.
Exactly. Like, you know, there's Angela Bassett and there's Jada Smith, and they look amazing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But on average, like, let's really think about it. Like, if you don't have that kind of money and that kind of care, you're not going to age as well.
That's right.
You get what I'm saying?
Age stress free.
So
you have money.
you know, you have a kid, you have another one. You start feeling the way about yourself. I've seen it. I've seen it with my friends who only have one and they're still in their 20s and they're like, they don't feel the same that they did. So I get what she was saying, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, like women do want, they don't want you. They just want like I could do that if I wanted to. The same way how you guys will be married and still like be like, can I get your number? And never really save it or text back.
Okay, so I'm going into my devil's advocate bag and stuff for that.
Yeah,
real
you do
quick.
that.
So now it goes back to the catcalling thing. So you don't want me.
No.
You don't want me, but
no.
I can't call you.
No,
But
but
this is
that
adding
means,
to you feeling like I still got it.
My nails are done, my hair's done, I look good. I don't want you though, but thank you.
But I'm just trying to let you know and stuff like, you know, I think you still hot, and I'm trying to get at you. You be like, no, thank you.
But that's your problem. I just want to know. I just want to know why I still got it. And the thing is, women judge by the type of men who are doing the catcalling. So it's like you could just like men holler at anything. Let's be real. Men catcall at like almost anything.
Jay-Z
right?
said, "I like fast cars. I love fast and chicks. You need a pretty face. I take ass and tits."
Exactly.
Yeah.
So men holler at anything. So it's not really a compliment, but it's just like, damn, if men holler at anything, they're not hollering at me. Whew, what's wrong? What's wrong with this picture here?
Right.
You start feeling some type of way about yourself. And it's really not that we want you. It's just that you. It just means that you still got it. That's it. At least I think so.
Do you allow strangers to flirt with you?
Allow is a deep word because allowing is like I want it. Allow, like you can say whatever you want to say. I might kill the conversation. Yeah, like I might kill the conversation, but it depends again, like environment, what's going on. It's science.
I mean, and if you're walking down, you can't really like brain power, man, not to say nothing to you. Don't say nothing to me.
I do though. I really do though. Yeah, like I AirPods in, like don't say nothing. Don't talk to you.
Hey, some dudes don't give a shit. Them
well, that's about to say. If they're gonna
like,
say something, they're gonna say something.
I've had men pull my like earphones out my ear. Like, you don't hear me talking to you?
That's assault.
That is assault.
That's assault.
Thank
That is
you.
assault.
That is
I'm
assault.
like, yo, that's a charge right there.
Pull the AirPod out of your ear.
And before the AirPod, it was the one with the wire. Like, you don't hear me talking to you, sir? Excuse me? No, I don't.
Fuck.
He's like, and I'm there texting. I've had guys cover my phone screen. Like, who you talking to? I don't even know you like that. Why are you this close? Police. 911.
Yeah, that's assault.
That is assault. That's aggressive. Men are very aggressive. Like, right, like, I don't know.
Okay, so on behalf of my species, I apologize, but we not all like that, though.
I know you're not all like that, but I don't know what's in the water this year or the last 2
City
years.
boy with it. City boy with it. City boy with it.
Yeah, like there's
City
something
boy
about
with
like
it. That's
why
what it is.
don't follow me. If I said no, like why would you follow me? Like it's one thing to be like determined, like I really want to get to know you. It's another thing to be creepy. Like you're following me to my car from the start. Nah, like you, like I'm calling the police. Like why are you following me?
Oh yeah.
That's scary. That is scary because it's like I don't know why are you being so aggressive? Like, you know, I was talking on the phone. I remember like Caribbean weekend. I was leaving the club. I was talking on the phone. Obviously, it was really turnt. But this guy's like, get off the phone. Like you don't see I'm trying to talk to you. Like who the fuck? Like, and I'm not like some girls get scared. I will fight you. Like, I don't care. Like, I will fight you because, like, who are you talking to? Like, don't talk to me like that. But they're very aggressive, and it's really scary. Like, really scary.
No, I can see it and stuff. Because somebody asked me stuff like, yeah, if I had a daughter and stuff, whatever. I'm like, yo, real talk. She in some Taekwondo lessons at, like, 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
some dudes and stuff. I see some dudes, like, you know, like, I want to say when I was growing up and stuff, it was probably like, hey, come here, let me
you
holler at
understand But you don't understand the next level where it's like, why, if she's not even looking at you, like, you get it? Because some guys think that it's like you're playing hard to get, but it's like, I feel like as a man, you should kind of know, like, what is playing hard to get, where it's like she's looking at you, but she's like, not really, like, she's talking to you. But if you can't get the number, you can't get it. It is what it is. Don't push for it. But then it's like, I find that older men are more like, they speak to you, then they'll be like, are you sure? Really? Okay, have a good night. These younger ones, oh, no.
Yeah,
there's no manners.
I mean, they
don't even approach you on some, I would like to talk. No, it's just...
The older men.
Assault. I'm saying these dudes out here shouldn't be catching the assault charge and stuff out here just to get your phone number. That one's too ridiculous for me.
Or get your ass beat, because I don't play that shit.
Well, I mean, at least you're the ones that stand up for it and stuff, whatever, right?
Nah. I'm even like, if I see a girl getting harassed, like, I'll walk up to her and be like, hey, like, I'm your Uber. Like, I'll try to help because I know what it's like to want to get away and there's no one to help you. Especially.
That's dope.
Yeah, like,
that's dope.
That's
really
I
dope.
think it's scary. If I'm intoxicated, there's really only so much I can do.
True.
But I know what it's like to be wanting to get away and you can't. Like, I was leaving EFS and she's like a little short ass white girl. She's so small. It's like a bunch of guys crowding her. She's very pretty. Like, she's really pretty. I don't know if she's IG popping or what, but like, she was looking for a way out. Mm-hmm. And she's like, honestly, thank you, because like, I was scared. She's nervous. She doesn't, like, to me, I think she was having like an anxiety attack and no one was paying attention.
I mean, that's the kind of camaraderie I expect from women and stuff like that. Because I remember like Women's Day, did a post.
Yes.
Yeah, be like, be that queen that help another queen fix her crown without telling the world. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times stuff, whatever, I want to say women like,
because a lot of women
I got 3 girls, fuck everybody else, right? And I'm like, yo, that's rough because the world's bigger than just you and your clique.
Exactly. No, like the how I see it is, I'm like, a lot of women are haters, so they might look at that like, why is she getting all the attention, or she asked for it, or why is she looking like that? Because some people are still kind of old school like that, like, you know, well, if she didn't want all that attention, why did she wear that skirt? Some people are still like that. Exactly. Yeah. So at the same, but I'm not like that. So you can kind of like, I can kind of sense it sometimes. It's like, yo, shorty does not want to be standing over there. So I'm not always gonna interfere, but if I see like it's bad, if there's like 7 dudes there on you and you can't find your friend, like, you wanna come over here? Like, we're gonna go get food. You wanna come? You good? Like, I'll help.
True. She's part of her own rescue, so I mean, she agreed to it.
Yeah, like, whatever. I'm like, yo, you don't even have to come get food, but you could just walk with us till you get like a cab or whatever.
And you know what? She's probably just hoping to God that she's got that some sort of out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Because I've been in situations like that where I've lost my friends at the club and like, I just want to move, and dudes are like blocking up the way, like, cause I'm telling, like, it's a different time. Like, I've tried to go to the bathroom, and I've had a guy like hold the stall shut. Like, why are you in here? Like, I'm not moving to give me your number. I had to kick him. Like, I literally had to kick him for him to move.
Yo, you should be a lawyer. You need a lawyer friend, man. All these assault charges you about to get.
It's crazy, like, the amount of checks I could be getting.
I'm about to say that, yo, the Real Princess Diaries would be the real paid diaries.
The real paid diaries.
Like,
it's
yo,
crazy. Men are scary. Men are really scary. Really.
Once again, on behalf of my species, I do apologize and stuff. But we not all
you're
that bad.
No, you can't do that. You're a different species, though. You're respectable and different. That's a different species.
A respectable man is a different species.
We have conversations. There's an N word with the A and an N word with the ER at the end. You know what I mean? There's black men, and then there's the N words.
There's the niggas, and then there's the herbs.
No, because like
that's what I'm saying.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, my mom and stuff with her. She won't have that shit with her. Cause my mom, she told me straight good. She's like, yo, if you go to jail for selling dope, I'll come see you. You go to jail for murder, I gotta understand whether you go to jail for rape, you don't have a mother no more. Mm-hmm. I'm disowning you. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. Like, no means no and stuff for that. So I was built with that, and I'm talking about before I even was fucking.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now that you've mentioned that, could we say that part of the problem is because we don't have mothers talking to their sons or fathers talking to their sons?
Absolutely.
Because most mothers are enablers, especially to their black sons. They are enablers. Y'all can come fight me. I said what I said. Listen, a lot of
wow.
Honestly, a lot of
3 against 1 right now.
A lot of black women, they raise their daughters and they love their sons, and they give their sons all this unconditional love. So even when their sons do some messed up shit, they justify it. They excuse it. It happens in every culture. Sons are always, and I don't know if it's like because of internalized misogyny or whatever it is, but it's like the boys always get away with murder. Literally, murder. Yeah. You will have your parents. If I went to jail for selling dope, you think I could call my mom? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? But let it be my little brother. He's 11. I don't know what he's gonna do when he's 18, 19. But let it be my little brother. Oh, I'm sorry. She's gonna apologize to him. And I've seen that time and time again with guys that I've grown up with that have gotten to some shit. Their mother has stood by them through everything.
Shit.
But I think that's just like what moms are to sons. What some sons are.
Moms
always believe that
a
sons
mother
boy
is supposed to be like that, whether
them.
you have a boy, a son, or a daughter. Your daughters are never in favor. There's no favor for us.
So what about the dad?
Fathers always
because
say
it's like
the
mama's boy, daddy's girl.
Daddy's girl. Yes and no, because men are just as misogynistic by default. So when you do certain things, they're not expecting that of you. They expect that from the boy, not their daughter. Their daughter is supposed to be perfect, right?
A princess.
You can make mistakes, but what is the mistake, right? How big is the mistake? Was it sexual? Was it this? Was it violent? Was it that? Then they start to detach themselves from you. And it's real. I've seen a lot of men, whether they're fathers or not, they just start to like, oh, you did that. They start to detach. And that's a father to a daughter. Like, you had me, I'm yours, and you can still pull away because I made a mistake that wasn't acceptable. Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yikes.
Okay.
Yeah, come bite me. Like, I don't care. Like, you know my username. Come bite me.
No.
She invited it, and we love it. That's why she's here.
Let me tell you something. My DM and stuff, whatever. The fucked up thing too, I want to say my DM and stuff, it be rocking and stuff when people come from my head, right? Even if he do some ass backwards type of shit, they still come from my head. So I might be sleeping, mind my own goddamn business and stuff, whatever. And they be
that's like Jaleesa.
I can't believe you.
When Jaleesa says all the mess, I actually got into a fight because of Jaleesa. A girl actually fought me because of Jaleesa. I had to.
Wait, because of the podcast?
Yes, I had to put fists up because she came at me. She's like, "You can't just say all that shit." I'm like, "Yo, it's a show. We can say whatever we want." She's like, "Nah, you can't talk about white people like that." I'm like, "Girl, do you want to fight or not?" She put up her fist, so I'm like, "Okay, whatever. Like, you want to fight me? Let's fight." Like, I don't care. Shorty got mad. I'm like, "I didn't even know you followed me. Like, how did you find this? Like, here we go. All right, cool." And it happened twice.
Yo, you'd be surprised. Yo, it'd be surprised. Yo,
like,
somebody came at me for Donald Trump, whatever. So I'm like, I had to do a breakdown, and they're like, I understand. That was it. So I'm like, I sent a message, be like, just fade off. They're like, somebody told me, oh, you got blocked, Marv. I'm like, but I ain't finished what I was got to say. I'm like, you know what? People gonna come after me regardless. They gonna come after you regardless.
Regardless, people are gonna come after you. Human nature. Like, it's human nature. And there's some weird ass people on the internet. You know, so it is what it is. If you put yourself on the internet, be prepared to face whatever comes with it. You know what I mean?
I mean, you got your girl and stuff, and you guys hold it down and stuff for them. So I mean, that's all that matters and stuff. Because again, like with him and stuff for them, when they know that they might say, Marv might say some out of pocket shit, but he'll hold it down and stuff. He's like, that's just Marv, what it is and stuff.
It is what it is. Like, do you want to fight or not? Because I don't care. Like, it's not that serious.
And you see, I always have to be constantly defending myself because Marv is he's the brother that he pushed the envelope. You know what I mean? And
I know what you
mean. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit.
Jaleesa's the same way.
I don't give a shit.
Of the show.
No,
she pushes the edge. Why are you like this? Nah, no one can find you. Everyone knows where I am, right? Everyone knows where to find me. You can find me real easy. So it's cool. You talk all that shit, and I'm gonna deal with it. Like,
he Mr. Photo Ho, so he'll be out here and stuff.
I'll be out there advertising for this.
He'll be out here advertising. He'll be doing his ones and twos. But when I do random posts and stuff, it'll be like, oh, this what you look like, nigga.
All right.
Gotcha.
Wait, here's the thing though. When I listen to podcasts, y'all, both of you guys are problematic equally. There's certain things you say that piss me off, and I tell Marv. That's because know what he's talking about.
Is that what it is? Is that what you're doing? You telling Marv, man?
Yeah,
man. Come on, man. I hold you down, man. I got the t-shirt on, man. I hold you down.
It's man. Everybody got but
so you guys are both equally problematic.
I feel like, but long as you ride and stuff as a team, whatever. That's my thing. My thing is the camaraderie.
Yeah,
that's my main thing and stuff. Like, as long as you know you got my back, I got your back and stuff, whatever. Then the argument or whatever. Because I mean, that's my thing. I mean, a lot of people don't hold down people no more. And
no, that's fake.
We live in a world full of people who think like one man is an island. I'm like, that's not what it is.
Whether we're in a studio or it's real life, if you my dogs and you said what you said, I'm gonna hold you down. And if you said some fucked up shit, I'm gonna correct you like behind the scenes, but I'm gonna still hold you down. So if it means that I gotta hold you down right here and talk to you later, that's okay.
I feel that.
That's okay. That's
what you're gonna do.
You're my dog,
that's what you're gonna do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't leave your friend to hang for themselves. Like, that's not cool.
That's it.
Cool.
That's it, man.
That's not cool. I don't do that.
So okay, let me ask you this: when you were a young girl and stuff, whatever, right? Because all right, when it comes to boys and shit like that, whatever, like say. Remember when you were younger and everything and stuff, whatever, like you went out with a girl, you kissed a girl and shit like that, whatever, be like, yo, I was kissing such and such and stuff, whatever, right? And if another girl let you go to like, I guess the second base, something like, yo, I fingered blase, Do women share stories like that when they were younger?
Yes, we do.
Younger or still?
No. Not,
no.
We know women talk and stuff, but like
Yeah.
We know they're talking now. They don't care now. They
because
talking.
I feel like most of the time and stuff, whatever, they always create like this kind of like lame way and stuff, whatever. Where
Like it's taboo?
No.
I'm gonna say it just depends on how you grew up, where you grew up, and what year you grew up in.
So okay, so a girl will say, be like, I was with such and such, and he was sucking my titties. We didn't do nothing else, but he just sucked the titty, just sucked the right nipple.
Like, yeah, I've had those conversations, but I would also say that some of it was kind of like, it depends on how you were with that guy. Because if it was your boyfriend, no one was judging you. Right. Or like some guy, you were like, everyone knew he had a crush on you and everyone knew he liked you. And it'd be like, okay, like you talk to your 1-2 friends. So I'm like, okay. But if it's just some random guy, then kind of be like, oh, like what are you on? But as you get older, it kind of like just, it doesn't matter anymore.
What would you say versus the experience of it actually happening and you're not telling your girl versus it happening and you tell
If
your
it
girl?
happened and I did not tell my girl, it would kind of just be like, whatever. It means that there was nothing to really tell.
Yeah, it's like he's just around.
Yeah, it means that
You
there
didn't do
was...
this shit.
He didn't
Hurt
do
me.
nothing
You're sucking
uncomfortable.
my titty.
Because exactly. Because even till now, there's an excitement that you get, right? When you meet somebody and you're with somebody and like there's something that like their name comes up like word vomit. Like you just have to say their name. You want to talk about them all the time. Anything that's relevant to them, you want to talk about.
Yeah.
So if I didn't bring you up, whether I was in middle school or I'm here now,
If your girl didn't say to you,
it mattered.
that nigga again.
Exactly. Then it doesn't really matter.
Okay,
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It does not matter.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Like you could talk about your experiences. Like, oh, this happened to me, or I did this. That's one thing because we talk about that kind of stuff.
That's a different
What got
thing.
you off, right?
Right. Yeah.
But or what was shit? That's another conversation.
But those are two different contexts altogether.
Exactly. But when you start talking about names and who, it's all about if you said who. If you don't say who, it doesn't matter. It was just a thing.
Question for you now.
Wait, has that changed since you've grown up?
No.
Or is it the same kind of
because I've had like I have very close girlfriends. I have a very big circle of friends, and we're all really close. And if I don't hear a name, it was just a thing.
Let me just say, I think that's beautiful and stuff that I hear another woman say they have a big circle of friends. Like I'm telling you,
I
where I come from, it's rare.
No, I've had a lot of the same friends since I was 8. And we've been through the most together. And
that's what's up.
We've barely had arguments.
Salute to your whole squad.
Yeah, since 8.
Salute to your whole damn squad.
How much would you say? About 3, 4, or?
I would say about a good 6 of us have been friends since we were 8. We've known each other.
6.
Damn.
And then and I'm the type of girl where anybody else that I've met over the years, whether it's at high school or through work, if you're really like if you become my dogs through that, like I'm bringing you into my inner circle. So we've built friendships off of that. Like I try to make everybody cool with each other because I'm not the type of person who's like, hey, I'm gonna hang out with Sheila today and I'm hanging out with Kiara tomorrow. Nah, let's introduce and let's all do something at the same time. You know what I mean? Because it's like, if you're my friend, it means that we're all on the same vibe. So I don't feel the reason to not do that.
Yeah, because me and Marvel always talked about. I mean, it's only men that you really see have like a core set of friends that they may have grown up with high school.
I understand why.
Yeah,
I can understand why. High school's a hard time, and girls in high school are not nice. I would say like if you made friends before high school, you might be able to still keep them. But like a lot of the girls that you come across in high school, like you think they're your friend and they're not. They're malicious as hell. So there's girls that I met in high school that I wouldn't even look twice at right now.
Damn.
Right.
And that's not because like they weren't even really my friend, but it's just like what I want. No, like my friends I've had from since I was a kid, and we went through the shits in middle school and high school, and so now, and we still here.
Okay, so now,
but the thing is with circles of friends, for me, I always get nervous about worlds colliding, like that Seinfeld episode, and Joe's like, you're so and so friends and your girlfriend over there, and they're like melding into one. Like worlds are colliding. It's this George and that George is going away. So I have I have my family friends, and I have my work friends, I have my school friends. So it's all different circles.
I think that anxiety kind of goes away, especially now in this social media era, where it's like.
Because some people might just follow people just cause.
Exactly,
so like even your work friends might see me and some of your photos and everything.
Like, let's just follow. Like, let's just see what's up. So I think that anxiety kind of disappears. But also, it's like, if you're the same person all across the board, I get with work, you're like probably more professional at work, where you don't want that. But I think that disappears with time. And like I said, I grew up with all my people. Like, we've lived on the same block for years. Most of the people that I've known is because, like, we did the most together, and then I had parties in high school and my parents were away, or like my cousin's parents would let us use the house, book a DJ, have a jam, like. So like that's the type of friendships that I have, like some real solid things. Like I've seen what you've done, so it's like there's nothing to hide.
Your way. So okay, let me ask you this, man. If you were a man, right? I always ask this question stuff to sons on the streets. What about my remixes just for you?
Yeah.
If you were a man, would you date your girls in your inner circle?
Some of them.
Which ones? Would Jaleesa be one?
Hell no. Like I said,
how you not gonna want to date your co-host?
Jaleesa is my.
How you not want to date your co-host?
Jaleesa is like family. Jaleesa's like family. I call her mom my mom. Would I date that bitch? No. Are you? If I had money to blow and I was stupid, yes. If I'm a man and I know what I want in my life, it's not gonna be Jaleesa because I don't like bun.
You know what? Let me say this. This boy had more confessions than Usher. So,
yeah.
In his prime, I wouldn't date him. If I was a woman,
okay.
I wouldn't date him.
That's fair.
I'll date him when he's like this and everything. Yeah, like
when he calm down a little bit.
When you calm down and stuff, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Would you date me?
Yeah, I date you now because you're seasoned.
That's your heart, man.
You're seasoned.
That's your heart.
I ain't gotta get nothing out the cupboard or shake nothing. You already done, bro.
I would
put your oven. You're good.
I wouldn't date him.
You wouldn't date him?
Oh hell.
Well,
no.
damn.
No.
And this was my right hand. Look at that shit.
And that's why I wouldn't date you because I know.
Like my cousin.
I'm not gonna air our business on here, but we know. We know, Mark. We know. It's okay.
You see, and that's why it's nice because being part of the Podical Sons, there's certain things that I can't be privy to. Cause I might pull the card on the show, so I can't know these sort of things. But I like the friend dynamic over there.
See, you gotta understand something. Whatever. One day he cussed me out because me, him, and like two other friends, we got like this little private little DM chat.
Group
and
chat
like,
on IG.
Trust me, like if people was to look into this thing, they would judge the fuck out of us.
No, I know what you mean. If they lost their phone, like you pray to God no one
finds
that.
Exactly.
Like,
and going to that DM, if they go into DM like Smooth and I, or like and everybody else, it'd be like mediocre. When they go into that DM, they'd be like, yo, this got some sick motherfuckers.
That's messy, yeah.
Whatever, right? So that's I'm like,
and this is what I'm saying.
He asked
I'm
me.
shielded from all of this.
It ain't shielded.
It's not shielded.
I'm shielded. I see
him.
You know what I mean? I might say to myself, Marv, I don't know if I can continue with you on the show, man. This sort of shit is dark.
I love you like a fat kid loves cake.
This sort of shit is dark.
I love you like a fat kid loves cake, but I mean at the end of the day and stuff, whatever, you got this one world, like going back to what Ben said, you got this one world that you live in, and you got this other realm and stuff, whatever, too. So I mean, eventually one day I might drop my phone and you be like, let me see what this guy's looking at, and be like, oh my damn, because you're gonna go back, so you're scrolling downwards and stuff, whatever. And then I got a lot of explaining to do.
Yeah.
But then he in it too, so he had to explain as well.
You got to explain it to
That's the real no judgment zone in that group chat.
That's the no judgment zone.
No judgment zone.
That's the no judgment zone.
The stuff on there. Nobody looks at that.
For real.
That's dark.
Oh, let me ask you a question,
if
because
I'm in public, I gotta look over my shoulder before I open that group chat.
It's the 50th episode now,
okay.
Right.
Let me ask, how many of the no judgment in the no judgment zone found its way into any of the episodes or any of the shows?
I don't think any.
None.
No, none.
Wow.
See, that's what I'm saying.
So you're living a whole other life over this.
Exactly.
It's called incognito. Incognito.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Oh my God, there's no way I could bring stuff up there. No, I can't. Then I'll be banned from that group chat if I bring it up to the podcast.
You'll be banned.
I will be banned. That's how sensitive it is.
But those are the views of Ben Dillinger. You know what I mean? This is the maverick. This is the man that sets trends, supports friends, and gets us these snazzy T-shirts for us to wear. I mean, like
yo,
this is you. You're allowed your opinions.
Oh, I know, but it's not that from there.
Yo, I want
not from the dark place.
Shorty, I want you to ask Jaleesa and stuff, whatever, too, after she hear
she
this
date
episode. Not only that, but then my other question and stuff would be like, we got into this whole topic and stuff because I'm single now, right?
Okay.
Would you go?
Sounds like an advertisement, but okay, go ahead.
This is advertising.
It's advertising.
Ladies,
Free
don't hesitate.
Find him on all social media.
Don't
platforms.
hesitate, whatever, Sofa
sites.
King Marvelous, I'm out here. Long walks on the park, hold hands.
Short
make
walks
plans.
to the fridge, you mean, okay?
Yeah, so but in any case and stuff, whatever, like, we live in a time of independent women,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Would you go 50-50 on the first date with a man?
Fuck off my phone.
Whoa, you ain't let me finish.
So pause. I'm gonna answer that question real quick. Julissa would never date me because I'm too emotional. We already talked about this. If she was a man, she would not date me. And would I go 50-50 on a... No, you can call your mama and y'all can go 50-50 on a date because I'm not doing that shit.
That's not happening. I'm paying for my mom.
What?
100%.
For what? Like, why do you want to waste my time like that? Why do you want to tell me the type of person you are before, like, we even get anywhere? Are you crazy? 50-50?
So okay, the funny... So, okay,
But after you were independent
You asked
woman,
me out and you want me to go 50... Do I look stupid? I don't smoke crack.
No, but okay.
Listen, kid.
Hear me out. I was looking at situation stuff one time. So I went on a date with a girl one time, and then the bill came. I don't know. I think I was looking elsewhere and stuff. We were on a patio.
Where'd you go?
Jack Astor's free promo. I want my check though.
Right.
But in any case, stuff whatever. I turned this way, and when I looked back around, the check came and stuff whatever. Right. So she looked at the check and stuff whatever, and she's looking at. She's like, "Oh, I thought the drink would have been a little bit more pricier and stuff and everything, like with the drink that she ordered, whatever." Right. So I'm looking like, "What, you just trying to pay for your food?" So she's like, "Yeah." So I'm like, so I put my hand on top of the bill. I'm like, if you pay 50-50, we go Dutch on this, whatever. Am I getting a second date? And she looked like, but I'm like, I asked you out.
Yeah.
So since I asked you out, I'm gonna pay for the full bill. But I'm like,
Nah.
I asked a ton of women stuff, you know.
Nah.
I collect data and stuff with the questions and stuff and everything. And the women's like, yeah, why not? Why not? So I was like,
No.
well, let me ask my girlfriend, Shorty.
If okay, this is my thing. If I felt the need to split the bills because I never want to see you again, I wouldn't even do it. I would rather let you pay the bill and swallow that, and I don't want to see you again.
You have to eat that, bruv.
Yeah.
I watched too much
You
Top
can
Boy
eat
this
that,
weekend.
and I don't want to see you again. But no, you asked me out. Why am I like? That's crazy because I just like a dude just told me like this girl, him and this girl were supposed to go out, and she said, "Oh, don't worry, I'll pay for myself." What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you okay?
All the women in the
And it's not even like it was
like
anything expensive. It was Moxie's. Since it's Moxie's, he's $70. He's good. He can do it. But like, it's like I feel like there's so many like young women trying to get chose that like they're trying to do this independent thing, and it's like, yo, you're crazy because how you start is how you end. I don't care.
But what if she
I
don't
don't
want it?
care.
What if
That's
she don't want him to
I
think
don't
of
care.
anything after? Maybe she think like, oh,
So
he
why
made me
go
offer
out?
it, and you know
So
what I
why
mean?
go out?
Maybe she just, she
No,
wants.
she's like
no,
interested in
company.
him. She's interested in him.
We
She's
had
trying
an
to make it
episode.
seem
We
like
had an episode
she can
already.
pay
It's
for
called a
herself.
foodie call. We had an episode. It's called a foodie call.
Yeah, I
She went
remember
out
the
to get
foodie call
to get
episode.
fed. Facts.
Yeah, the foodie call
You
episode.
know, mad women go out to go get fed. Facts.
I would rather eat cup soup. I don't want to because at the end of the day, like I want to go like if I want to go out to eat, I want to enjoy the atmosphere, I want to enjoy the vibe, I want to like some people sit at a table for an hour. I want to really sit there and like get into conversation, have a good night, right?
Right.
I'm not that hungry. Like I'd rather like I hate corned beef and I would rather eat corned beef. Like there's no way. Like I'm not doing
It's a bully
it.
beef night.
Yeah, like I'm not. I don't even know how to open that shit, but I'm doing it. Like I don't care. Like I'm not that hungry. I get it. I totally get it. But no, like nah, I'm good. I'm so good.
So wait, if you didn't like the date, would you say, oh, we're doing 50-50 and you don't want to see her again, or just pay for the whole bill and not call her again?
I'm gonna eat that. Just don't call her.
Well, according to Shorty, if she don't want to see you again, she fitting her half of the bill. It's almost like a fuck you.
If
nigga.
I offer,
So she'll swallow it.
if
like,
I
not-
offer
yeah.
to split the bill, Jesus, like,
That's an automatic
you
no
really,
second
you
date.
really messed
Yeah,
up.
you're
You
supposed to
messed
know.
up.
You're supposed to know something after that.
Don't even text me. Like, don't text me and ask me if I got home safe.
Ooh.
That's serious. That's like some real damage.
That's like,
Gentlemen, I hope you heard
Damage.
that. Don't slide in the DM and stuff unless you're ready to pay that way, so she can stay.
I think I don't know. Like I like being courted and I like being taken out and I like not having to worry about. Like I went out with a dude and again we went to a steakhouse and I didn't even have to see the bill. He just took the bill and he paid for it and we went home and he tipped 20%. Like we good. We can go home and we can be happy people.
the only thing you want to be worried about is if
If you don't tip, you ain't see me again either.
If you don't tip?
Nah.
Okay,
Nah,
so
you
the
don't
only thing
tip.
you really want to be worried about is you got the Uber or you got the taxi if this nigga's whack. That's
Yeah.
it. Everything else
Everything else is negotiable.
is
So wait, how many dates did it take, or how much do you have to like him in order for you to pay for the bill?
What? I don't understand the question.
Like, all right, you go on the dates, he's taking care of you, but then
What,
one day,
I pay the bill?
yeah, well, like how far do you have to be for you to pay for the bill?
or does it have to be birthdays?
That's a relationship.
On
Yeah.
some
It has to be
edibles?
birthdays.
What?
On some edibles.
Really? Like
how-
guys want to be wine and dine too.
Like has to
Am
be
I
like your
wrong?
birth, like your what about like your birthday or like I really missed you, haven't seen you in a minute. some shit like that. Like has.
So it's got to be an occasion.
I don't think honestly. I think it's just because of how my relationship. So I was dating somebody like who's like we had a big age gap between us when I was like 18, 19. And anytime I thought to pick a place or like look at the bill, it was a pride thing for him. So it never happened.
Well, your ego's not your amigo.
Yeah, like he did not. He's like, listen. He's like, I'm so much older than you that it feels. If I let you pay the bill, I look like a bum. So we're not doing that. And then
this sounds like a very bad.
No, but no.
Not bad.
But I mean,
weird.
let's be fair. I mean, if you're looking
like he was like 26 and I was like 19, 27 and I was like 19.
And if you're looking at it from the
It's
old
not
school
bad.
approach,
No, it's not bad.
you're looking at it from the old school approach.
Way older than that.
Most people wouldn't be looking out to take somebody out unless they know they have it to cover
Exactly.
everything. They're not looking
for
for
sure.
anybody
Then you
to pay
kind of
for
find
everything.
you want to spend time with that person, but you try to find like excuses like, oh, let's get ice cream or let's do something simple because you know what your budget is like, right? But
exactly.
No,
Yeah,
I think it's just
play within it.
I feel like I kind of just been with people who never really made me look at a bill, unless it was like, oh, it's your birthday, I got it, or some shit like that. Like I've never really experienced that. So like all this shit where I'm literally, because when you get back out into the dating world, people are talking about 50-50. What the fuck is that? Like, what are you talking about? And I'm so young, but at the same time, I'm so traumatized because I've heard shit where girls are like paying for their own Ubers and do all this unnecessary shit, and it's like, why are you doing this? I understand the independent thing,
But because I feel like time's the
But-
kind of like flip some roles and stuff.
no, but
right?
at the same time, it's like that. Like, why are you spending your own money? Like, I know a girl who wanted to like fly a man here. Like, like, are you stupid? Are you okay? He has money. He's good. He can afford it.
He might got
You're
a
not
dick
even
and a
his
hurricane
girlfriend.
tongue. Like I don't know.
You're
Like,
not- no.
if a woman want to fly you out for
I
that,
don't care
your dick
what
game
kind
got to
of
be on
dick
point,
you have.
and
You
your
could be
tongue got to be
Mandingo. I
hurricane.
would never do that. I would never. Like, why am I doing that?
So okay.
My mom would laugh at me.
You know, I'm here. You know, I'm devil's advocate and stuff, whatever. So, let's say you love this dude, whatever. We're talking about love. Hold up, wait for it.
The L word.
The
love
L word,
him.
and it's not leather.
It's not leather too. You love this dude. This dude. Every time you think about him and stuff, whatever, you hear like a nice ass R&B song or some shit like that.
Some
Whatever,
Donald
right?
Jones.
Where I wanna be.
That's right.
That's serious.
Everything like that
That's
now. So
serious.
now you come to this point, whatever, you're like, all right, you know what? In any case, I don't know. I feel like he might be scared to do something and stuff, whatever. Would you take the new school approach and propose to him?
Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to be with no nigga
Listen.
that bad.
You didn't just finish her here and say she ain't putting
No,
$1 for lunch.
Yeah.
But I'm
You
trying
like-
to
you
build
just
up on the
asked
love
me,
aspect.
Do
of
I
this.
want to pay?
Listen.
If she had said yes to paying for lunch, then you
Then
might
I
have been
would be
able to
up.
ask that question.
No, you got no propose because that's like nah. Like okay, because okay. This is the thing. I might be like a walking paradox because I honestly believe that women can do whatever they want and men can do whatever they want.
Right.
And we
Right.
can all do, we can all do all this cool
that.
shit, and it's like I'm
Right.
not sleeping with you, so I don't care. But at the same time, it's like you want me to like that's just like if you have to propose to a man, that means that you guys aren't on the same page, and like he just like wasn't ready. Because men know. Do they not know?
No.
You
We
know
take a
when you
chance.
want to
It's a
propose.
I
gamble.
mean, yo, why buy the cow when you get the milk for free? Right? So, I mean, at the end of the day and stuff, whatever, if we in this
Exactly.
and stuff, whatever.
That is what my mom says. Because you know what? I had this conversation. I had a conversation with my ex. My ex wanted me to move in with him, and I said no. I did not want to. Me and my mom had the conversation. Mom was like, "Why are you gonna give the whole cow away for free? Right? Because you don't have no ring on your finger."
Right.
I'm like, "I don't want to." So she's like, "We're like having this conversation." She's like, "Why are you gonna do that?" And it's like, "What? But Paul, are you stupid?" So it's like I'm supposed to go spend like whatever on your wedding band, and it's like then we have to go look for my engagement ring.
That's some
That's
shit.
ghetto.
That's some
Wait,
shit.
I
I
know
don't
somebody.
want. I don't want a purse.
That's
Wait, hold
still
on.
part of marriage, though. That I mean, the
It is,
funds
but-
that you gotta see.
What's
the
yours
funds
is
that
mine,
you
mine
gotta
is
see.
yours, whatever.
That-
We
No.
in this.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned it because I was about to, back when we backing up, when we were talking about the whole, who pays for who.
Right.
At this stage, I just look at wifey and say it's the same damn card anyway.
Right.
See what I'm
Just
saying?
throw it out.
Exactly.
Just throw it
One
out.
bank account.
Just throw it out.
Just tap or insert. That's it. It's still coming up from the same damn place.
So
Yeah.
my cousin got engaged, right? This was years back. And the guy got down, got her a ring, proposed. But in return, she got him a ring too. Like an
Okay.
engagement ring too.
And she paid for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You know what? I can agree with. I can say that's
Would
fair.
you do that?
Pay for like a wedding band.
No, engagement ring.
Engagement ring. No, he proposed to her.
So it's just what it is.
So he got
So,
a ring
so
out
it
of
wasn't
it
a
too.
band. It wasn't a band.
It wasn't a
he
band.
Got, he
It was
got
an engagement
an engagement. He got an
It
engagement.
looks like a band, but it
Right.
is an engagement ring, I guess.
Right.
They got
right.
money to
Did he
burn,
get-
though.
Did
She
he
got
get a
money to
band
burn.
on top of it?
No, but he got a nice black tungsten for
Did he get a? He
200
got
bucks.
a band on top of that ring.
You got a
I
wedding
think
band
so.
after they got married? Oh.
He'd have doubled up.
Yo,
That's a keeper, right?
Tell that boy to teach a seminar. I need some lessons on that, man. Yo, I definitely need a lesson on that. I'm trying to get chosen to get 2 rings.
On my card or his card?
Well, you're not married yet, so it'd be your card.
That doesn't mean anything.
I know.
You don't have to be married to use somebody's card.
Yeah,
Level
it's
up.
your card.
Level up, man.
No, I'm good.
Level up. Yeah.
I might give you something, but like I just don't feel like I should do all that. Like I'll buy your wedding band. Like I think that's okay. Like if you bought me some Tiffany's, like yeah, we could do that. But like, why do I have to like what? What'd you ask?
You don't have to do anything, but it's just out of love. So
Out of love, give you an engagement,
engagement,
and we both get engagement rings and wedding bands.
And you go 50-50 on those rings.
On what rings? Rings?
Yeah, on the
Rings.
Wait. On
Rings.
50
It better be
on mine?
onion. It better be onion.
Well, you're gonna buy him one anyway, so might as well.
No. You buy me my ring and you holler at me when you're ready. Like
And then you'll buy him a ring in return, though.
yeah, like I'll get your
She
wedding
gonna
band.
buy the band, not the engagement.
I'll buy the band.
She buy the band.
I bought you a band.
So was it last episode before you was talking about
That's
love is blind,
Right.
and you guys said no, you can't. It's not,
Love is crack. That's what this is. This is like lots of crack smoke in there. I don't think I
So
want
you
it
both,
outside.
you both said
you can't
love
help
is not
yourself.
love.
So we all
You can't
Tyrone
help
Biggums in
yourself.
this
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
We all Tyrone Biggums and stuff in this thing. We just. I don't know. I feel like I'm a sucker for love, right? I'm emotional.
Oh, here we go.
I'm
Yeah.
the emotional one.
Another
Whatever.
ad.
Here you go.
Yeah.
See?
I'm not throwing out ads, man. I'm just saying that this is the
You're
type
a
of person
sucker
I
for
am.
love, I know.
I'm emotional. I'm emotional
You
doing
are.
stuff for that. So at the end of the day, when it comes to convo, I like to know where you stand and stuff, and on your love standpoint, whether or not if you want some shit like you just about your dick and your dollars and stuff, whatever, be like, okay, I don't think it's gonna work out. Check,
That's
please.
how I kind of am too. It's like if there's no emotion attached to it, I don't want it.
Yeah, like you gotta.
I don't want it.
Well, I mean, that's the part that's gonna keep you through in and all the bullshit and all the other stuff that's going on outside of it,
But
right?
that's why a lot of people go from A to Z all the time.
See, like I said, I'm emotional dude, and I'm with the intimacy thing. I just like my socks on though, you know, because my feet get cold real quick, and I got an ugly pinky
That's why
toe.
he's not my man.
But
But
so hold on, if I learn how to go through having sex without socks, we kosher. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
I say practice the socks off method, bro.
Yeah.
You single, I mean, she looking for a decent dude. I mean, she telling you. I mean, she just can't deal with the socks, bro.
I feel like it's weird.
it's weird.
Like
It is weird,
if you come over to my house on some intimate, like I know you, I planned this, I don't know what we're doing today. You keep your socks on. It's like keeping your dick through the boxer hole. Like I don't want it. I don't feel loved.
What are you doing? Is that your socks?
Yeah,
I'm so turned
like-
off right now.
Like you.
Look, well, I'm not cheating on you. I'm here for you, and I'm there in all the above. So I asked somebody, I'm like, so let me get this straight. So the dudes who don't cheat on their women and stuff, whatever, they go barefoot.
Yes. They all in.
Listen, man.
Negative. I got some barefooted cheaters.
Listen.
Wait. They come in a house barefoot though, like
Listen,
no
man.
socks, like
I-
sandals.
No, he might come.
I was about to tell him. I was about to say, invest in some sandals.
Yeah, like at least get some slippers or something if you that bothered. Like
Yo,
whatever.
I don't wear socks. I don't
Speaking of
cheat.
cheating, if you got cheated on, would you cheat back?
No.
Because some people like to play tit for tat in this
Tit for tat.
situation.
Nah, because I love the blame game. I like being the
You want to be
victim.
able to keep the advantage.
Oh, advanced shorty.
Oh,
If
man.
it's anything that I ever learned is that men cheat, but when you cheat back, they can't handle it, and they also
Facts. We're territorial
they look at you
creatures.
like damaged goods. They'll never try to reconcile their relationship if you cheated.
Yeah.
back.
That is true.
Because they'll be like,
I certify.
you let even if they could cheat 10 times, you
I
cheat once.
certify that. I'm not
You
gonna.
let him touch you? No.
Please don't tell me you sucked his dick.
You're not. Yeah, like, that's like heartbreaking.
Anything, just don't suck his dick.
You sucked his dick. You what? You're not getting a Dior. You're not getting the Dior
Starts
back.
looking at you different.
He's looking at you different. Even if you don't want to fix things, it's like better to know that like you can go with like your head held high, like you were a G about it, like you took the situation you went on. That's just how men are.
You're
I mean, like cheat
you're
back
like,
if you want to, but
I'm better than you, so you know what?
I'm better than you.
I'm not even gonna cheat on
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Exactly.
It's about
Take
power
that.
dynamic.
Exactly. You hold that and you sit there and burn. You fucked the relationship up. What did I do? Then when you tell the story, you have to tell everyone that you're a cheating ass nigga and I didn't do shit back to you. And I have a new bag and you have no girlfriend.
And you got the
that's how that
gigantic wet eyes.
Exactly. It's like a blame game. I'm kind of sick like that, where it's like,
I
if
see
you
it.
do that to me,
I see it.
oh, okay.
So what's your deal breaker and stuff? Because I know like some people and stuff, their deal breakers are different. Some deal breakers are cheating and everything like that.
That's
so
a deal
women,
breaker.
because we had this convo on another podcast and stuff, whatever, said that women are more forgiving than men. Same thing you said.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I 110% agree with that and stuff, whatever. But I feel like what is something and stuff for that would be your deal breaker for you to say, like, you know what, from the one time it happens, fuck this.
Well, how deep in a relationship? Like, are you in love and like exclusive?
We'll go 1 year. 1 year is puppy shit.
Oh wow,
1 year's nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't feel like that. 1 year is serious.
1 year serious.
Do you know what 1 year is in 2019? Do you know all the shit that I did this year?
I was about to say, time moves so fast in this bitch. 1 year might be all you need to figure out
Exactly.
things.
I don't need that much time to figure out what you about.
Wow. Okay.
Get out of here. Like, are you crazy? 1 year is long. Deal breakers, cheating is definitely a deal breaker for me. If I feel like there's a difference between dating and being in a relationship. I feel like that old school way. It's like dating doesn't mean exclusive. So if you're in a relationship, you're exclusive. And if we call that instance what we're doing, then I see even pursuing other women, like, I don't want nothing to do with you because it's like you're obviously, like, I'm not doing what you need me to do. If we're fresh in a relationship and you still feel the need to fulfill something, like, I'm not the person for you because I'm not doing what you want, obviously.
Right.
So I'm good. Like, that's a deal breaker for me.
That's fair. I understand that and stuff. How you feel about that? Are you the type of person and stuff for that you just kind of lean back in and stuff whatever and just say, you know what, I'll forgive this, whatever? Because some people, they'll go into a relationship and stuff and they'll know mind, body, and spirit and stuff, where they're like, yo, this is their deal breaker. And then when it happens, they be like, well, you didn't suck his dick.
Yeah, but then exactly because they're trying to find all these little loopholes to the situation.
Right.
You know,
exactly.
If it burns you, it burns you because it's gonna burn you for the rest of your relationship. You're gonna resent that person because you're always gonna have that thing in the back of your head. That's not cool either.
I guess that's the real question. If you can really like weather the storm, like if you can like be like, you know what? Okay, you fucked up, but
I like 30 degrees. We good. Get out. Get out.
we did say it was a degree thing. We did say it was percentage.
I don't care. Precipitation, like, we good. Get out. Get out. I'm not weathering shit. I'm not doing it. And the thing is, once you forgive once, men will be like, okay, she forgave me. This time I'm gonna be smarter about it. Nah, fuck that.
Okay.
No, but we always say growth and development. Arguments that we have.
Oh, growth and development turns into deleting shit on your phone and putting a passcode on it. Get the fuck up on my face.
But see if he's not.
It's just a cheating 2.0.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Like, you're becoming. I'm making
your
you. I'm enabling your cheating because you cheated. I forgave you. You came back home. Now you're just gonna figure out how to be smarter and fuck the same bitch. That's what we're not gonna do.
That's absolutely true.
I forgave you because you know what? I'm gonna figure out some women, like, I'm not the type, but I've seen some women try to justify, like, oh, I wasn't paying attention, I wasn't giving him pussy, I wasn't doing this, no, it's not you, it's him. So if you forgive him, he's gonna like thank you and he's gonna stay in his house. You know what he's gonna do? Passcode, Touch ID, face scan, everything is all off. Exactly. So he's gonna hide it from you because he's not gonna realize how much I hurt you.
That's true.
Going back to what I said earlier, it's now a sociological thing. It's not to the point that at one time there was a monogamous, there was a polygamous. It's now the point that, hey, this is no longer accepted in society's eyes, nor my eyes. So what you're gonna do now is definitely gonna hurt me. You understand? Mm-hmm. Now you gotta say, as this man, now, do I put away my animalistic instincts? Do I stop? Because that is essentially what you have to do. You were trained as men to look. We're hunter gatherers. Mm-hmm. So you now gotta figure. You gotta say to yourself, hey, okay, that's the side of it I'm gonna ignore. I'm gonna be with wifey, and then you gotta make that commitment and stand by that commitment. How much men can make that commitment and stand by the commitment?
I feel like men can't do that because they settle.
Because they settle.
What do you mean?
Elaborate. I feel like the men who I've seen that are infatuated with their wives do not step out of their relationship. Their wife is the first thing that comes out of their mouth. They don't. Yeah. Like if you settle,
Cheerios.
If you settle,
my wife loves Cheerios.
If that's not, exactly. Like for no reason. It's trying to talk about our wife. Like, oh my god, you know what's crazy? My wife did her nails the same color the other day. Like that's who's on their mind. And those are the men that I find that like they have a hard time cheating. Even if they're physically like in that, they'll be like, like their dick's not.
Yeah,
like,
I got cheated on. I never cheated and stuff like that.
See what I mean? So your wife is
too.
always the first person on your brain, and I find that those are the men that don't really like do that. But at the same time, I feel like men. It's because they're not really fully happy with like what's going on, and that's sad. It's really sad because you got to the point where you stand in front of God and take those vows.
Facts.
But like at the same time, there's shit that is making them unhappy about that person that they're with, or there's somebody else, or there's something else that they want from that person. They can't really word it, so they look for it in other places, and that's like not.
That's when the party.
That's not cool. I see like a lot of that where it's like, no, my wife is fantastic. She cooks, she cleans, she does all this emotional labor and gymnastics and all this good shit. But I really like how you suck my dick.
Wow.
And that is the reality of it. It's dark. It's really dark. But it's the truth, and it's like little things. So it's like I feel like the people who don't are the person who like they found their person, their soulmate, like they're one, and they don't really see anybody else.
All right, so let's say if you found out like in your cases of it, say if you found out like your hypothetical dude and stuff, it was to cheat on you with a white chick.
What the fuck?
Wait, would you feel the type of way? All right. Before you answer that, who's more freakier? White women, black women.
You have to revise that question.
Yo, we got the audience saying some things.
Black women in 2019 versus white women.
Honestly,
Come to the mic, come say it. Come to the mic, come say it. Yo.
I'm gonna say that we've definitely caught up. I'm still young, but I can definitely say that black women have caught on because we're definitely having dialogues and conversations about like eating ass and like I'm not eating no nigga's ass, but like I'm hearing black girls saying that like if this is my husband, I'm gonna do what he likes.
Right.
Which before was a big thing where it's like I ain't doing that shit.
Right.
Right. Freakier, I would kind of almost say like we're doing more because I find that white women don't have to do as much right now to get a husband. Like being white is enough, especially if you're interracial. I feel like being white is enough.
That's what's up. I never thought of it like that though. When you're right.
Yeah, they don't care because I've seen white women there, bossy, demanding. They have all the attitude in the world. Everything that these niggas claim to hate,
right,
is a white woman, but their skin tone is enough for them to say, "I don't need a black wife."
You think that's self-hate?
Yes, it is self-hate. It's a complex because it's like, how could you look at everything that your mother is, your grandmother is, your sister is, and say, I don't want that, like, period, at all.
Well, because we had a hot topic and stuff one time.
What do you not like about it?
It's preference prejudice, right?
No,
so, I mean, if you have a preference
it is your preference.
Like
it's prejudice because
type.
your preference is prejudice because it's anti-black. Anything that's anti-black is prejudice. I don't care how you word it. For you to look at me and say, you don't like my hair, you want your kids to have good hair. At the end of the day, nigga, me and you have the same hair growing out of our scalp. Whether I flat iron mine or not, or yours grows up and because I straighten mine, it looks a little... No. We are the same. So how are you going to talk like that? You don't like yourself at all. Like, period.
At all. Period.
There's no arguments about it. I don't care what a man wants to say. I don't care what any
Listen
black man
up.
on this planet wants
Listen
to
up.
say. If you marry for love and you really, it just so happens that the person you fell in love with is Asian or Indian, I don't care. And women too, because black women are just as bad when it comes to this shit. If you marry for love, I get it.
Right.
But if you actively seek out somebody who does not look like you, does not come from the same culture, does not have the same hair type, you're fucked. You're a fucked up person and you're pathetic.
Yeah.
Talk
You know what
about
you're
it.
doing. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You actively went out looking for a white man because you want a credit card, you want a black card, you want this, you want that. You know what you're doing. You actively went out looking for a white woman because you don't want attitude, you want a doormat.
So he could have had like the past 10 could have been dark skinned Jamaican island queen, and then he didn't make it work, but Snow Bunny fell into his lap.
And you doing hula hoops for that bitch? Says a lot about you.
Snow Bunny fell into his lap,
Cool.
and
It's
you know
cool.
what I mean. He so happens
That's
to
his queen? That's his princess?
as long as he's not saying to himself he don't actually physically hate black women. He just this one just fell in his lap, and he likes.
If you dated like 10 black women and it didn't work, and all of a sudden Princess Snow White made it work for you, all right, whatever, nigga.
Well,
like, we
yeah,
get you.
whatever.
All right, cool, whatever. But if you actively started out like, yo, I'm gonna weed this out, like, and men who like white women are different. Like, even when they go out, they don't par with black women. They don't offer us drinks. They don't look at us. They don't do shit. You see what I'm saying? They don't. They're not interested, and they're gonna let it be known. And they don't like, and on top of that, if their friends are like that, they don't like embarrassment. So they're not going to acknowledge the fact that you exist around their friends that like white bitches too. That's how they stay. So, no, that's different. Like, if you just, if you, it's one thing to mingle, like, that's like saying, I don't date white men. It's like, hey, I did a white guy, and didn't work, or blah, blah, blah. And I put the white guy. Cool. Went back and forth. Obviously, I really love that person. But there's a difference between saying, I need this because I need this to happen in my life. And you feel like you need this type of person for certain things to fall in order. Nah, get out of here.
So okay, what if like let's say the dude and stuff, he's with a chick, right? And like or he's going for a white woman and stuff because he realized him growing up, had a rough type of lifestyle of being a straight, full black man.
Oh Lord.
And then when he hold on, we working
It's
this.
just so pathetic.
But then he comes up and said like, you know what, he doesn't want his kids and stuff whatever to go through that full on dance. Yes, they're gonna have the half black.
Okay, so that's
half
your
white.
job as a parent, whether your kid is half black, half Indian, half Asian, to make sure that your parents don't or your children don't go through a shitty lifestyle. That is your job as a father. What does that have to do with their skin tone? It's how you raise them, how you want them to be. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You teach your kids like you at the end of the day, like kids they're gonna grow and turn into their own person eventually.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, that's how you raise them. You think that being half Asian is gonna stop them from going through bullshit?
Well, I mean,
nah,
there-
because the rest of the world is gonna see them as a nigga.
there was a
And on
football-
top of that, you know what's even worse? The other half of them that's exotic isn't gonna accept them anyway because they're tainted by black blood. So they don't even care. You see what I'm saying? So
like Michael Conley and stuff for like the NBA player and like there was some football players. I think they went out to somewhere like either Miami or the island, and there was all of them. There was probably let's say 4 football players, all black, and they had white wives, and they cheers the drink and stuff. They're like, "To more mixed children."
I
was
saw
like,
that.
Yeah.
I saw that. To more mixed children, and then it's like, it's pathetic
See that?
because
That
it's
was all
like,
over.
It was wild. Whatever. It was a hell of a discussion.
that's really like pathetic. And some people look at that like a good thing, like, oh, we're breaking down boundaries, and that's not breaking down boundaries. That's actively planning to say like that. Like to me, those niggas are anti-black.
Yeah, that's not love though.
That's not love.
That's not love.
That's like, to me, if I was a white woman and a nigga was actively looking for me and said, I want you because, you're blonde and you have blue eyes and my kids are going to be so pretty, I would feel like a loser. Because you're not looking at me as a person. You don't care about anything that I like. You just know what I can provide for you, which might be some $800 credit score and some next white people shit that like you automatically
Country
assume
club.
I have. Country club, horseback riding, we're going golfing, we're doing all these things. You're looking at a white woman for those things. So it's like you're not looking at me as a person. You're looking at me as to what I can like literally.
Is that
do
why
for you.
I've never been golfing? Because I've never had a white shorty to take me out on the country.
golfing is really fun.
I keep hearing that
It's
shit.
so fun.
golfing
I'm not
is
good
fun,
at it. It's hard, but it's fun.
I keep hearing that shit.
I
But
went
I've
golfing
never
twice.
been.
So I'm with the driving range, but golfing I've been twice, man. I went to some doctors and everything.
Now, how did you get there?
I got it through the doctors, but then one of them actually did some racist shit to me one day. He's like, haha, Marvin, you might just want the Hennessy to drink, right? I'm like, what the hell?
How do you know I like Hennessy?
I'm like, no, I look at it
Yeah,
like
I
this.
wonder.
You know,
But
I don't like that when white people offer me certain things. I'd be like, actually, I would like a vodka soda with some AC/DC playing, please. Like, I'm gonna just play with your brain because you think I'm a nigga.
So
right?
I was gonna fall into that, whatever, but the man went for the top shelf shit. I'm like, what the fuck is that? It was Hennessy Paradise. I never drank Hennessy Paradise at the time.
Yeah.
This bitch tastes like honey, part heaven, little part of Henny. And I was like, how much is this? They're like, well, a double shot and stuff is normally $100. I'm like, pour up, they paying.
Right?
So
Drink might as well.
I was drinking the Henny. I
Might
wasn't
as
drinking
well.
bottom shelf
Might
shit.
as well.
I wasn't a basic bitch that
See, the
day.
funny thing is he was singing in his head like
Boy
this.
summer.
Hot boy
Singing in
summer.
his head like
There you
this.
go.
You
There
drink
go.
you drink Henny, do you? You thought that was Henny, did you?
Did you? Right?
So, and I woke up in the get out shit, so people trying to take my brain. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, then he got you the Henny that not us normal folk drink. He got you the Henny.
Yo, when I got to my car after we left and everything, I went to the car, pulled out the phone and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, let me see if I can buy a bottle. And then when I see the LCBO $485, I'm like, I'll just close my app and just start
And I
driving
think that's okay.
and fuck with that. You know, I was
I
like,
think I'll be okay today.
yeah, it'll be all right. It'll be all right.
Okay.
But I mean, like I said, the racial boundary thing, exactly what you said, I 100% agree with you and stuff. But like, it's not love. You're just looking at what I can do.
Exactly what I can do for you, and I don't think that's cool. Just like how non-black women just look at black men as handbags. You're the latest accessory. You're in. You're trendy.
Kardashians.
I might not want to settle down with you if you don't have money, but I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you and I'm gonna go out with you because it looks good, and that's as real as it gets.
You two as men, do you have a problem with that?
No, why would black men have a problem with pussy?
Would you have a problem with that, kind sir?
What was the thing? Was it?
So, if a white woman just wants.
I don't have a problem with it, but I have a name for that. Kim Kardashian syndrome.
Okay,
Kim
yeah,
Kardashian
that's
syndrome.
how it is.
Would you have a problem and stuff with her being a white woman just arm candy because she just wants to fuck the shit out of you because black is cool? Because melanin makes money, melanin makes marketing, melanin is there. Would you have a
It's a
problem
good
with
look
that? It's
on
a
her
good
part.
look.
Honestly, I love black love. So, yeah, I would probably just.
But
So you
nobody,
talking all PC and political correct?
but nobody's not saying that you can't love black
black
love.
love.
We're not
It's
saying
just like, would you
that. We're saying that she
participate?
came to you.
Participate.
What if would you
No.
participate?
No.
See, it takes a different, like, you have to be very strong on the inside to not want to participate because you're getting all the clout, you're getting all the attention.
No, I don't want, but I'm
people are looking at you different.
Okay, but hold on.
I'm an attention kind of guy.
If I remix it for you, then would you rather be single or be with a woman and stuff that's giving you all this type of stuff and she's just white?
What, a black woman can't do that?
Well, you don't have a black woman, so that's why either you.
You say either single or you have this opportunity with a white woman.
Like you said, hunter gatherer, so I'm gonna hunt and gather me a black woman.
Go. There you go. There you go. That's good. That's solid. That is solid.
Trap put me in a trap.
That's solid.
I see a trap. I know a trap when I see one.
That's very solid.
My guy.
A lot of men don't have a problem being a handbag. You know what I mean? So
no, I just look at the NBA.
there you go. The NBA is a perfect example. The NBA, the NFL, the NHL, whatever, they're all handbags.
Oh, wow.
All right, so let me get to one more main point for us and everything like that. I don't know if you heard that episode and stuff, but main thing I was asking stuff, whatever. If the man you love lost a fight in front of you, right? He lost a fight in front of you. What happens to your relationship after that?
You can see the answer.
I see the face.
Oh,
I see the face.
Like define loss.
Yo, we talking about
he got knocked out.
No, he ain't sleep, but you know his lip bust. And you see like you know the Cardi B
the
little
Coco?
knot, the Cardi B Coco.
Cardi B knot.
Ow! He got that shit growing out his head, and he's driving home and stuff. He like, can you believe that nigga?
That's the love of my life.
Yeah. What's happening to the relationship?
Is he still the love of your life?
He is.
He's still the love of my life.
Real one.
He held it down.
Real one.
Because he scored up.
You not sleep. You out here.
So listen, I be telling Marv, I said, Marv, listen, if she hold you down,
right,
even though you got your ass whooped, you was defending her honor getting her ass whooped. You know what I mean? So if she hold you down, then you know that's
all right. So now,
but she says it's levels. If you get knocked out, then
no.
Done.
Oh, if you get knocked out,
yeah, go to sleep.
Go to sleep, big fella.
Like
yeah, if you get knocked out, I'm gonna need the other nigga's number. Who's gonna protect me? It's niggas like that out there. And you want me to be out here like that's different.
You heard it first. Just make sure you're not sleeping.
If you can take a couple punches, you a strong man. Like
you're a soldier.
You're good. You're good.
You knocked out. Hey baby, like it's good. Like
yo, I'm getting a DVD, the Tybo DVD.
I don't even remember what the problem was. Like what you say your name was. Like you know what I mean?
Yo, so okay, but so he didn't get knocked out, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Now women forgive. Women do not forget.
No.
That's facts.
No.
I call it like a Bible scripture.
Exactly. So the next time he's turning up on the street with somebody, I'm gonna still just go to the car. Because we're not doing that again.
Okay, but not even that though, because like I said, men, it's an ego type of thing with us. So let's say for example, say it's like you and I and everything like whatever, right? And I'm like, yo, shorty, you were home all day. You couldn't cook some food, and you gonna look at me like, oh, you can talk to me? But you can talk to nigga whooped your ass 2 years ago?
Oh no, I wouldn't do that.
She's not petty.
I'm not petty. I'm not a petty person. But my whole thing, if I'm at home all day, that means the bills are paid, so I can cook. I ain't got shit to do.
Hey.
I can live with that. That's my whole thing with that. Where it's like, don't come home expecting me to do the most and you can't pay all the bills. Like you crazy.
So he has to provide. He doesn't have to protect. He can hire the protection.
So as long
I
as
could live with that. I could live with that.
So as long as he bring you like you should. Shit. I'm gonna whip up something. I
didn't have to go to work today. Oh, we good.
Yeah, you.
Good.
I think that's
fair. I think that's fair.
I think that's fair too.
I think that's fair. If everything's food's on the table, bills paid, crib laid, like okay, let's go. I got it. Like
you're gonna hold up your end. You're gonna hold up your end, knowing that he coming home. He probably hungry.
Yeah,
you don't want to sit there.
I think that's fair because it's not like I've seen horrible relationships where everyone you're both working 8, 9, 10 hours a day, and the rest of the responsibility falls on the woman, the children, the home, and you just come home and sit on the couch watching ESPN. That's not cool. But if you take the responsibility where it's like, okay, you can afford to do certain things, and it's like I can stay home that day or I don't have shit to worry about, like why would I not do that? It's just like the least I could do.
Okay.
Is do this.
Fair.
I think that's cool. But like, don't expect me to take on financial and emotional and physical labor because you're smoking crack. Like that's crazy.
That's a drug of choice for today. Crack. I always say cocaine.
It's not fair. It's not fair. Shout out to the women who do it and are really in love and they're in these marriages, and shout out to them. But
shout out to you.
I ain't married yet, so I ain't doing that.
Facts. All right, man. Let's get to this question of the week, man. The question of the week. Ask the whole everybody. Are there still certain things in a relationship that one should never say?
Yes.
Ooh, like
Yes.
what?
Don't talk about my weight. Don't talk about my age.
I'm about
In
to
a
say
relationship.
weight is probably number one.
Don't talk
Even
about
in-
what,
even
don't
in
talk
a
about what I used to
relationship.
look like. I don't care. What about what I look like now? Don't talk about what I used to look like.
That's true.
That's rude.
That's true.
Don't
Listen,
talk, cause I can talk
listen.
about how you used to fuck, and then what?
Listen,
I was about to say, I'm like, yo, don't talk about
those
the,
who are
don't talk about those
entering into a
Minuteman days,
relationship-
man.
Exactly.
Don't talk about those
who
Minuteman days.
who are not in a relationship and don't already know these rules, listen to what she's saying because this could save you many
I could say a
heartache.
divorce lawyer.
Exactly.
Are you crazy? Like there's just some things you don't like you could be encouraging.
Mm-hmm.
You could be gentle. Like, oh, I really love
Listen.
you did this.
So you can't fancy
When
her.
she asks you how she looked, it could be a loaded question.
It's a loaded
gentlemen.
question.
It could
but
be
you
a
know what?
load. Be careful.
Compliment.
Be careful.
Compliment. Even
I always
if you
answer
notice,
like this.
if you notice, my thing with men is if you notice something off, you better offer to pay for it. Offer to fix it.
Yeah.
You don't like her hair, offer to pay for the salon. You don't like her body, as bad as it sounds, would you like to fix it? Would you like surgery? Come up with alternatives, because it's like if you're just gonna say shit's bad and you're not gonna come up with alternative solutions like with her together, like would you like a gym membership? Would you like some laser? Like how can I make you feel like yourself again? That especially after kids. Men don't understand that. Like I see women go through horrible things and then they're wondering, it's like, dude, like just say like how can I help you? You want to go to the gym? You want to do yoga? Like, what can we do together? Because we're one. No, don't do that. Don't just be like, you kind of look like fluffy today. Like, what's that? Like,
Yikes.
I don't like that.
Sound like
And ladies and
Don't
gentlemen,
do that.
that's
Those
how
are
World War
fighting
III
words.
starts. That's how World War III starts.
That's exactly how it starts. If you're gonna point something out, always come up with a solution to it. That's the best thing you could do as a man, and
So,
open
okay.
your wallet.
What can a woman say to you? Your woman, she should never say to you and stuff, whatever, because you were with her at one time, and now you're in another time and stuff, whatever. Like, time can progress on and stuff, whatever. She can say something.
I don't know. She could say anything.
And you
And
allow it.
sometimes it's the way they say it, right?
It's how it's being said.
Yeah, for me,
The
you know how I
tone.
am. Like I don't take
That
things.
undertone. Oh, like it used to be open.
Like
I
she
used
might
to
try
love
to
your
fat
hair.
shame you. Or
Oh,
like,
your
or
hair
like,
used to
remember
be
you used to have an
better.
afro.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Now you light around some spots in the dome
Now
piece.
it's all condensed.
But the thing is, I already know.
It's all condensed.
Yeah.
No, that's bad. That's bad. And that person has obviously been there with you to see the motions and the faces, and like she's like, nah, nigga, where your hairline at? Like,
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
I bet she was all down here,
Should've
and I saw
she
like
come out
way
with a
back.
measuring
way back.
tape. Wait, it's a few more inches. have
Like,
gone.
what's going on? Like, that's not what I wanted. You
I don't
know?
take things too personally, so she could say anything really.
Because maybe
If
you're
she's not
lighthearted.
malicious, yeah, I am. I'm very lighthearted.
Yeah.
If she's not malicious, I'm not gonna.
You could
take
laugh
no
it
way.
off,
Could
right?
I laugh it. I still, yeah.
To the 10.
Well, absolutely. My hairline's gone. I'm 40, bitch. When
Yeah.
I met you, I was
And
20.
it's all your fault. You're stressing me out.
No, but this is the thing. There's the half truth to every joke,
Yeah,
though, right? So I mean,
But
there's
that
half
also
truth.
depends on the type of person that you're with, because if you don't marry a goofy person that's as
That's
lighthearted as
exactly.
you, then you're gonna end up with these like she might insult you and you can't laugh it off,
Absolutely.
or vice versa.
Absolutely.
Right? So you
I
you
agree.
find somebody like you. But at the end of the day, like I said, if someone you could, because the person is forever gonna be that person, but again, physical things change with age. Life happens. So what can you do? Come up with together and say, hey, like,
Get some money and fix that shit.
babe, maybe I'm thinking we go see Dr. Six. Titties need to get fixed. You know what? I would love to cover it for
Think there's a
you.
little push up now?
What
A little push-up.
What we were talking about the other day, King of Barbies, the King of Barbies. We saying everybody got the same shape. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Everybody
they
looks
go
like
to,
King.
They go to see the King of Barbies.
Yeah, everybody looks like a Kardashian
Like,
now.
Dr.
Yeah,
Manhattan.
you just go to
Yeah.
the office and pick, okay, I would like Kim Kardashian number 5 this year. Kim Kardashian 2011.
Like, okay,
This
so
year.
we're gonna
She's
scope
that
up the
big.
butt.
This year's
We're
model.
gonna do
This
this.
is that year's model. I would like this one.
And here's my problem with that. Kim Kardashian number 5 is like black woman number 1.
Oh, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's,
Exactly.
it's weird for you to
Yeah.
say
But you know
that.
they gotta
Stay
take
alive.
over everything,
Yeah.
so they gotta just rename it and shit.
Exactly.
You already know it's black woman number 1.
Exactly. So we could say that. We could say, hey, I would like Buffy the Body, the original.
It's-
but
it's-
we're just going to say,
It's
I would
funny
like this.
because Kim Kardashian probably went in and said, "I want black woman number 1."
She
That's
probably
what I'm
said, I
saying.
want Buffy the
Oh, black
body.
woman number one.
She
I
want
would
Buffy
like
the
my
body.
nose like Halle Berry
Exactly.
with a little bit of Vanessa Williams,
Yeah.
but not too niggerish. How do we do this? Like that's
Yeah.
probably what she said. But that's
Dr.
just
Miami's like, done.
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 I got the check. It's done. Actually, her doctor's in Beverly Hills. but
Even closer.
but you know what I
There's
mean.
a weekend job.
Exactly, and everything is like non-surgical, so it's like minimal downtime and all that good shit. That's what they do.
See, they be getting all the good shit, man. They ain't I mean the express is like you know what I mean.
Express train, yeah, you got some extra $1,000.
You don't have to stand up in the lineup. You
Exactly.
you don't have to really rub your card or anything. Everybody just
You know.
you know what I mean. That's
Assembly line.
Yeah, Bill come to your house.
Exactly. Bill come to your house. You back on TV in 2 weeks. You good. You Gucci. Swelling's gone. Bruising is minimal.
That's right.
That's the shit
6
that
to
you
8
want.
weeks. Yeah, 6 to 8 weeks. And
That's it. No, 6 to 8 weeks
Even
is real
less.
surgery.
Yeah, I was about to say, we just said express.
Non-surgical is like 48 hours.
You
Yeah,
did some
there
research. You rest to go.
Come on, it's 2 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like 48 hours. Some ice. You good. Like you good. Just
Because
pop-
there's girls who do laser liposuction or like what's that? The freeze thing where they could
like
lose fat.
like laser lipo.
Yeah.
Where it
And
like
it's
burns
just-
away the fat, but you have to do
The
the multiple
cryo-freeze
steps.
thing.
Whereas like aggressive, like real lipo is you're gonna be out for a bit.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Gotcha.
So there's levels to things. And again, if you're somebody's husband and you don't like the way they look, you either shut up or you offer to fix it. And if she says no, shut up. That's like the best thing that I can tell you.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
nah, that's what's up.
The Podical Sons.
Okay, one real quick question. Before we jump into Ask the Sons and stuff, whatever. Would you date a man who already has kids?
Nope.
Well, damn. Well, damn.
No.
You said that rather quick. Would you
Yo,
like to
like,
explain
yeah,
yourself?
hold on. Like,
Yo, she's in tune with her star player. I don't blame her.
I mean, that's cool, but what if start playing stuff, whatever, like, you just happen to meet him later in life, and
That's his problem.
why?
Because I don't have my own kids yet. So let's start with that.
So, okay, you 23. We fast forward to you about 33. You still don't got no
I
kids.
don't have a man? That's crazy.
And you don't have a man. I know. You a
That's
bad
crazy.
chick, too.
At
You a
33,
bad.
I don't have a husband?
Okay, my bad.
That's
I
deep.
fucked up on that.
That's crazy.
You
What
20
about you? You
years
deserve
old.
that.
That's normal. There's a lot of women who are getting married at 35.
No, that's fine. Like, I totally get that.
fine,
But, like,
yeah.
I'm me. I'm a
Yeah,
good
but
person.
that's shorty, though.
Like,
shorty
I'm
hold
a
it
good
down.
person. I
She
deserve
said,
something.
she said, if you don't get knocked out,
Bruh.
she's still with you.
She's still with
Yeah,
If you
like,
don't-
I
but-
think I
wait,
deserve something.
But that's if you pay for all her meals. She's taken care of.
Is that hard, though?
She's not gonna propose to you. She's not gonna ask you out probably.
Why would I propose to you? That's
But she,
ghetto.
but
Okay, but there's all
she
these
gon-
hurdles you gotta jump.
But she
and
gonna cook you a
then
good-ass
you
meal
can't
and
get your
hold the
ass
place down.
kicked in front of her or get knocked out.
You know how much I have to pay for meals? You just buy groceries and we good. We even.
So you
but
have
she
to cook for
cooking.
you
She
too, right?
cooking. She cooking. She
You're
said.
cooking.
She said.
I clean too. I clean your bathtub.
You didn't.
Toilet.
You don't listen, senor. You don't listen, senor.
no,
She
no,
said.
no,
She said. She
that's why I
said.
skipped it.
She said. She stay home, and you take care of regular bills,
Exactly.
and she's gonna cook and clean and all the above. I
When
think you
you're
missed that
living,
part.
when you're living in a metropolitan like Toronto or like Vancouver or LA or New York, you have to have a 2-person income unless you're like a millionaire. You're not gonna feel like live.
But that's what
comfortably.
she's talking about. She's
Yo.
talking about the million.
Yeah, like I know
You don't
that.
work, you don't eat, you don't
I
grind, you
know
don't
that,
shine.
silly.
Where were you? Were you not sitting here for the
I'm
show?
sitting right here.
I'm about to say.
There's a
I
lot of
get it.
hurdles.
I get it.
Now elaborate to me and stuff like that. Please explain to me and stuff. That means a person like me and stuff, whatever, divorcee and single father. I'm damaged goods to people like you then, right?
Are you ready?
You're a nice person. You're a nice person. Okay, I make it sound bad. Like when people say, "Do you want to date someone with kids?" I'm like, "No, that's ghetto." But it's just my.
It's
thing.
only ghetto because Maury makes it look ghetto.
I have a soft spot where like I want my first to be my husband's first, and
Gotcha.
I want us to share that special moment together. And I
See,
also
it's preference prejudice.
no, because I also believe that it's deeper than that. It's men don't introduce their children to nobody. Okay, like they'll introduce you to their mom before they introduce you to their children.
Of course.
They're
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
protective.
Yeah,
that's facts.
So you have to know that if you meet somebody's children, they're serious about you, and that means that if you meet their children, you have to have an open heart and you have to love those children like they're your own, and then eventually they'll become your responsibility. So that means that there's that the dynamic of your relationship changes, and that also means that you have to respect those children's mother, their grandmother, their grandfather, and their family, because they still have a whole nother side to them, whether you're involved or not. And
Okay,
that's
yeah.
that's a lot of responsibility to take on. That's something that I don't know if I'm ever gonna be. I'm ever gonna have a heart that big enough to do. And I don't think it's fair that I'm dating somebody, I like them, but can I deal with all their kids and all that extra shit?
No,
I don't think that's fair.
don't say that, because who knows how
I know.
Who knows how big your
I
heart
know.
can get. If you meet the right person, and then they have that kid
You're
that
not the right person because
that looks at you and says,
but
hey,
you're not the right person because I know what I want from you. How could you be the right? If I know what I want and I'm grounded, and I said I want my first to be your first. You have 6 kids. I don't want you.
say you're walking down the street, right? and you see this little rubber ball bouncing in the middle of the street and roll back on the sidewalk, and you pick it up, and then you turn the corner and you see this beautiful looking
Idris Elba. Bootleg Idris Elba.
Beautiful looking child just looking at you. When you get to the man yet.
Oh, okay.
This beautiful looking child looking at you. Just looking at the puppy.
That's cute.
Puppy and looking at you saying, oh my God, you grabbed my ball for me. You're the mom that I've always wanted.
I'm gonna go find my man and make a kid.
There you go.
Because obviously I'm going through something that kid can't solve. If my heart is breaking because of that, like, that's cute. But obviously I need something because there's something missing.
You're like, you have a nice day.
You have
Babe,
a
where you
nice
at?
day.
Where you at?
Where
We
you
fucking
at?
tonight.
I think I'm
all in me tonight.
ovulating.
We making a baby tonight.
Thank you. I think I'm ovulating. Like, we have a problem. Like, there's something wrong.
This child magically set off my clock.
Exactly. I think there's something wrong. I don't want no parents, man. I think it's a big responsibility. It takes a bigger person. I have a stepdad. And shout out to him because, like, my mom had me and my they're still together. Like, you know what I mean?
You consider yourself a problematic child when you were younger?
A problematic child? I wouldn't say
Because you're a problematic princess, but you could have became a problematic princess.
I wouldn't say a problematic child. I would just, like, there was a big gap before him and my mom had a child. Like, me and my sister are 8 years apart, and then my little brother are 12 years apart.
Right, okay.
So there was a lot for him to learn because he's been in the picture since before I could talk. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I can look at that situation and say that takes a different type of person, especially a man, to take in somebody else's child, deal with the hurt from that other person, and then deal with my family. You know what I mean? Because you're dealing with my mom's parents and all this extra shit, and who are you, and this, that, and the next, and all this judgment, like. And everyone's criticizing you because technically you're not my biological father. So everyone's looking at, like, watch how you deal with her. Like, I get it. I'm not saying these things were never said, but I can definitely see things where I pick, like, if I look back to my childhood where it's like my grandma would be like, how come she never eat? Why she never beard? Like, what's going on? Like, you know, there's little missing things where it's like you're being judged and it's not even your fucking kid. So, you know, I understand it, but I also respect it, and shout out to the people who have that hurt. Like, and I'm not one of them, so I ain't shit.
Would you date a woman and stuff like that who had a kid?
No, we're in the same boat.
Wow.
I ain't shit.
Smooth?
But if I had kids,
I've dated women who've had children.
Now, would you be with a woman who had a kid then?
Well, I don't know. I think for me, it would basically depend on the relationship that I'm getting in, right? Like, if I meet you and for some reason it seems like it's something that's gonna work, right? It seems like the partnership is there and it's something that we can build on. Then I pretty much gotta accept whatever that you're coming with, that you're bringing with the table. Likewise, how you gotta accept whatever I'm coming with.
Agreed.
And bringing with the table, right? And we're either gonna come to a conscious decision to say, okay, despite of what things were happening prior to our relationship, we accept that, and then we're looking to go forward. Or we're not. And you have to have that honest conversation with yourself first and foremost, and then with that partner, because that's the commitment you're gonna make. So you got to make sure that you're willing to accept that, understand that, okay, do I really love this person to that extent where I'm willing to give all, and no matter what, I'm accepting all. Or am I doing it just now and I don't know what the future's gonna hold, and I've really prepared myself for that decision? Yeah. I think if I'm in a relationship and it happens to happen, because I'm gonna think about those things. I'm pretty sure she's gonna think about those things. Sure. And like Shorty's saying, a lot of times you want that, you want to have that your first child experience to be with that other person's. Yeah. And their first child experience. You want to be able to be that part of your, you want it to be part of that bond that you guys share. Right? So I get that. right? So if you're looking for that, then by all means, you're looking for that, and you deserve that for yourself, right? But if it so happens that you so happen to fall in love with somebody who has a child, and you're thinking to yourself and you're saying to yourself, you know what, it may not be all that important. My first child may not be their first child, but that love and bond is going to be there, and I'm willing to sacrifice what I may have thought before.
I think I could only sacrifice that is if like it depends on the type of man that you are, because some men it's like they just pollinate. So if you have one child from like a previously failed relationship, that might be one thing. And if the child's older, because I'm convinced that baby mothers and baby fathers be fucking the love out of each other forever. Like I don't care what no one says. Like y'all, if you didn't get married again, oh no, y'all sleeping together forever. Yeah. I don't want no parts. But like if the child's older and something happened, whatever. But I'm definitely judging you because I feel like if you have like 3, 4, 5 baby mothers, it's like what like you're a man of failed relationships. I don't want that.
Well, and I don't want that. And I would think that would be a difference in the type of man too, right? Because if you're coming to a certain point where you're willing to accept somebody else's child in a relationship and you have a child of your own, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
You now might be looking at it as, hey, listen, man, I already know what it is as a single parent raising a child. I respect what you're doing as a single parent raising a child. I don't want to have like 4 or 5 kids who are single parent and I'm struggling to raise a child. So the next one that I have, I'm going to make sure it's with the woman I love, the woman I see myself I'm going to be with for the rest of my life. Yeah. And we're going to have this job together of raising this child.
Right.
That's poetic.
I can live with that. That's like that to me, like that's real. But all that other shit to me is so love and hip hop. Like different baby mothers, different this, different that, and it's like you're taking all this responsibility, you become attached to these kids, and then it's like it's just so sometimes it can be so messy. And I think that with again, like, there's such a big age gap between you and us, where it's like at your point in your stage in life, if you date somebody, you're more likely than not going to date somebody who already has children, right? So that's different. And then on top of that, men, again, your age bracket have a different type of respect versus the guys that are my age. There's guys my age who already have 5 kids and 4 baby mothers.
Jeez, yeah, they pollinate.
They pollinate, exactly. So for me, it's like, how am I supposed to look past that? You know what I mean? Like, you want me to be, you could be a great person, you have a great job, you have all this money and all this good shit and whatever, but like, what was that? Like, what was that? Yeah. And they're not even that far apart in age. You know what I mean? So it's like, what were you doing? Like, what are you gonna do to me? I don't want no parts in that.
Pollination part 18?
Hell no.
I have this fear if I date somebody who had a kid and we had a kid together, I'm obviously gonna have a favorite kid.
You're the one
I brought into this world, right. And that's not fair to the other kid.
Exactly. So that's again, it takes a different type of person with a different type of heart to say that much, you're mine. I don't care if that's your dad or you're my child. You know what I mean? Right. I will protect you and I will love you till the end of this earth. It's like saying you're gonna marry somebody who already has kids. You're taking vows to that person's kids too. I don't care what anybody says, right? Yeah. You don't treat them differently.
Well, because even like the court system, they'll make sure you have to pay like alimony and stuff for those kids.
Exactly. So to me, DNA does not mean family at all. Like it does not matter. It's all about that person. And some people aren't built like that. I don't think I'm built like that. I'm sure, like, I love children and shit, but it's like at the end of the day, I don't think I have it in me to be what that child needs. Not what you need. Sure, I can be your girlfriend, I can be your wife, whatever. Right. But that also entails your child's with you. Okay, I have to step up my game. Right. I don't think I have it in me. And I think that's fair. I think it's more than fair of me to be honest enough to say I can't be someone's stepmother.
Gotcha.
Got it.
Not there's any, like, your kid's not ugly or anything. I just, like, I don't think I can. I don't think I can step in. You know?
Kids are not ugly.
Kids not ugly. I just don't think I can do it.
All right, man. We're going to touch on the Ask the Sons portion of the show. We got, first question comes up from Brown_Gold. Why do these grown adults want to hook up with past lovers with the help of social media?
Oh, Lord.
Wait, what?
I can answer that.
I'll see my ex on Facebook.
You'll see your ex on Facebook?
Hey, let's have coffee. Let's catch up.
Yeah.
Exactly. I can answer that. I think that it induces the anxiety that comes with that. Because before social media, everything was face-to-face. or you'd have to be very direct about contacting somebody. And now you can be a keyboard warrior. So you can
Keyboard. I like that phrase.
You
I
get
like that
a
phrase.
buffer.
Yeah.
It's like a
You
buffer
can-
between.
I'm with that.
You can
anxiety,
send exactly. You can send a paragraph of "I fucking hate you, you dumb slut. I hate how you cheated on me in grade 11," and that person, you can mute that person, block that person. You could do whatever you want. You can also say, "I love you. I want to marry you. I want to have sex with you." Like you can say all kinds of things over a screen without really being judged or not knowing how a person took it. You can say whatever you want to say
Right.
at the touch of a button, which I think makes things easier. And with people and past lovers, I guess there's things that they never got off their chest, and the internet makes that easier. Closure.
Yeah.
I want to continue. I never said what I gotta say, and I think it makes it much easier. It's less informal.
Yeah, and there's a level of detachment to that.
Exactly. It's real. It's very real.
It's real.
But there's less detachment to
Yeah.
that. I think that's real.
That's what's up. Smooth. You feel the same way?
Yeah, you know what I mean. I have the same kind of idea when it comes to that sort of thing, but it's tricky. I would say it's the experience of the people involved. You know, and again, you as a person, what you're looking for, what you're not looking for, to kind of make you kind of sort that out, right?
That's true. That's true. And you get to keep up with them. So if you're like a spiteful person, you can be like, haha, look at you, you're bald now, you lost your hair and you're fat. You know, some people are like that. Like, let's be real. Like some people.
Yeah.
We gotta take good with the bad, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And the best revenge is success.
Exactly. So I think that's a really big thing. It just depends on, what happened.
But I never wanted to do that. Go
I
on
never-
social media and talk to my ex and
Me
say,
neither.
let's get back together.
No, me, I'm a type of person and stuff.
But I'm a creeper though. I want to go in there and see what's going on there.
I don't care.
You want to see what's
I don't
happening.
care, but I'm just curious. I'm a
It's
curious cat.
Yeah, the curiosity
Like,
kills the
my
cat,
thing and stuff
right?
is that like I don't garbage pick. So if I say you're in the past or you're an ex for a reason, whatever, deuces. More power to you. Let God be with you.
When were you
Walk with
born?
God. April 29th. I'm a Taurus. Wow.
It's a lot of bullshit over that side.
Here come the cancer
Wait,
cut
yeah.
eye.
A lot of bullshit-
Here come the
lot of
cancer
bullshit
cut
on that
eye.
side. That's
No,
what I
I
deal
know
with on a
bullshit
regular-
when I see it and
That's
when
what
I
I deal
hear
with on
it.
a regular basis.
Yeah.
Cancers hate everything.
The
Cut it
cancer
up.
cut eye.
Cut it up.
I'm a Taurus moon, but you guys are so nonchalant. It's disgusting.
He's not nonchalant though.
Yes, he is.
I'm emotional, man.
Yeah.
You are emotional because Taurus people are very emotional, but you're also very nonchalant.
He's not.
He's an emotional
I
nonchalant.
don't think so.
No,
No.
so here's the thing. One day and stuff, I was talking to a girl and stuff, whatever, and she's like, I didn't pursue her like that. I'm like, what do you mean? So I'm like, yo, I'm in a state right now. I don't chase money. I gotta chase my son. I gotta chase my son and money. I can't chase you. And she's like, but you have to show a person that you care. I'm like, I'm willing to do other things and stuff with her. But if you walk out my spot, like, I can't believe you said that.
You guys are lazy and piss poor
Lazy,
at
yes.
sharing that you care. So it'll be like you could really
No,
like
no, no,
no,
I know.
you Taurus people, Taurus men will men specifically will
She
really
said-
like somebody
She said piss poor.
piss
poor.
poor.
Piss poor.
You guys will really like somebody and you will watch them end up with somebody else, and that's the love of your life because you were too lazy to say, I miss you. I care about you. I want to be with you. You guys are weird as fuck.
No, I got
He's
some,
not like that,
No, I
though.
know. See, that's
He's
I
a
guess I'm
huge
actually
communicator.
under the Taurus sun because me, I'm the one
You're a
that
Taurus
talk.
sun, but I wonder what your rising sign is and your moon sign is, and that would and your Venus sign, because I would explain.
See, I
a
don't
lot
know
more.
that type of
but
shit, whatever,
Taurus
yeah.
men are lazy. They're so lazy, it's disgusting. They're lazy about everything.
I mean, that's why I use my brain for most of the things, so I don't have to do the
That's
work.
exactly your problem. You use your brain for everything, but at the same time, then like when
I think it's called
and
efficient.
when things
Yeah.
don't go your way,
Tomato,
no, when
tomato.
things don't go your way, you do not pursue it. When it's just not flowing the way how it should be, you're just like, okay, I'm a rock. but I
Okay,
don't
so
really care.
yeah, okay. I can agree to that.
You can agree to that,
I can
Omar?
agree to that.
But it's
Because,
not everybody
see, no,
though.
I work
Yeah.
with a positive feedback mechanism and stuff. So if I'm trying to pursue you and everything like whatever, and I'm like, shorty, what's up? Let's go for drinks. Let's do this. Let's go out and everything. And you might have shit to do. Let me know when your free time come around to see if you're trying to come back this way. But if
You
you're
have
not,
to
I'm
be
like,
so active.
I'm gonna
with
turn
them.
this way.
You have to let them know, like, if they ask you for drinks and you're not free, be like, okay, I can't tonight, but I can Friday. You have to let them know that it's still there, because if it's not there, then they're just gonna be like,
so ladies, yes, if you slide
He
me
wants. He doesn't want
DM,
to be part
that's
of that
just what
assault
it is.
category.
they're not proactive.
Yeah.
Ladies, what she said is partially true, but she's correct about that. So please don't discriminate. Still hit up in the DM.
I'm I would never.
Bro, you're freaking
Taurus men
too
are
active
no.
for me.
I do not like Taurus men. I've done that twice and I will never do that shit ever again. That shit is ghetto.
You got 2 strikes. You're Taurus and you got a
Taurus
kid.
men? Nah, get out.
Yo,
I'm good.
I know I ain't gonna win. I know I ain't
You
gonna win.
Taurus and you got a kid.
Yo, if this was a show for
That's
shot,
ghetto.
yo, if this was a shot with Shorty, I'd have bit the SpongeBob meme long time ago. All right, I'm gonna head out. Yo, that's it. I already lost him, so I'm just calling it a day.
So what kind of guys would you date? What
I
signs?
love Scorpios. I'm in love with Scorpios.
Scorpio.
Scorpio. They're so.
You about to have a whole bunch of Scorpio dudes sliding that DM and stuff for them. Yay!
I tweeted some shit the other day and they were there. But
Oh.
I love them. They're like aggressive but dreamy but nurturing. Like people think they're horrible and they just want to be loved. Like I think Scorpios are
Every side.
They want
they're
plenty
so
of love.
they just want attention and love and they're so loyal. It's amazing. Like they're loyal. They're like loyalties unmatched. I think they're so amazing. Look.
Gotcha.
Scorpios are amazing and I kind of like Capricorns.
Is that January time?
Yeah, but they're stupid.
January.
So I don't have time for that.
They're not men. You mean?
Yes.
Capricorn men.
Capricorn women are cool.
Geniuses, I think.
Capricorn women are geniuses, but they're also kind of like into themselves. They're kind of too narcissistic for me. But the men are like the men are great, but they're still like ooh, why are you like this? I don't know, maybe. But Scorpios are like, oh my god, I love you. Can we have a kid? Like that's like Scorpios are amazing.
That's another obstacle a guy has to go through, huh?
What?
The hurdle. Like you gotta be Scorpio.
Yo, but this is a shot with Shorty. If you're on the
Yeah,
show,
I know.
shot with Shorty, you gotta know your credentials.
Yeah,
I'm already out.
You might
I'm in my car
you
already.
might stand-
I'm in my
stand a
car
chance
driving and stuff
with
off the
somebody else,
set.
but the shot with
You
Shorty.
could probably be on the set until she find out
Or
what one
Aries.
you're
no.
I
born.
could do
No.
Aries. I could do Aries.
Yeah, I'm April 20. I'm Taurus, so I'm
Aries
head
are
out.
very providing. I like providers. Aries take care of everything and they don't complain much. And they're very fun and spontaneous. They're about whatever. I find that Aries are like that. Everything else is kind of like a dub. Stop wasting my time. Aquarius is gross. Gemini is gross. I'm good.
She's good.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Trish_Gale. Do men still court women? Or is that concept considered corny? You consider it corny, Ben? Men still court women?
I'm old fashioned, so I think they do. Maybe my generation. But courting is so.
It's corny?
Its definition changes. Guys take girls to the McDonald's for dinner. It's
courting.
It's a courting. It
I
depends.
said I want to be with you. I got you a McDouble.
Yeah,
Extra
you know what I'm
triple.
saying? I don't know. I didn't get it from the dollar menu.
But that's also like that's kind of also
Like
how
it's
women do
generational
because you let the Barbie but you let the Barbie in the toilet, right? Because men only do so much like what they have to do. So if there's like a big marginalized group of women that said, "Hey, I am cool with Wendy's every night," then most men will do that. I only find
The art
that
of courting has lost its
Listen,
like, finesse.
I think what's really going on is as long as they're still willing to pay for the food, like we had said before,
But that's pathetic.
that's part of the courting.
But that's not cool. Just because you paid for 2 junior chickens
Yeah.
not like I can get my sister to do that for me. Like why are you doing that? I don't think that's cool. And I don't think it's cool that women like subject themselves to that because like you don't deserve that. Like just saying that just because you want a man and that's all he's willing to do.
That's
like
right.
that's not cool. Like you deserve so much more. Like I think every girl's a princess. So I think that everybody should be going to Jacobs.
I don't think every girl's a princess.
I think so. I
don't. Yeah.
You are if you listen to Princess
Real
Diaries.
Princess
are.
Diaries,
You
folks.
are.
I'm throwing
And
on ads.
therefore-
You see that ad right
no,
there?
I see.
You see she jabbed with the ad?
Yeah,
Okay.
I
She
feel
should,
like,
yeah.
And even worse, the thing is, I don't like even more. There's men that wouldn't even eat that shit themselves, and they're feeding you that.
What do you mean?
Like there's men that hang out in Yorkville and they have you at Moxie's. So that should tell you a lot about where you stand with that person.
Well, Moxie's not. I
Moxie's
boycott
gross.
Moxie's. Yeah, I don't go to Moxie's.
Moxie's is gross. But if a man eats at one all the time and he eats at Casamoto all the time, but for some reason he's taking you to Jackassers, he doesn't even like that shit. That says a lot about where you
You're
at.
throwing a lot of shots at the low end.
Yo.
Sorry, brothers.
No, but it's true
Step
though.
your game up.
It's
It
true.
is.
If a
So,
man
yeah.
takes care of himself in all aspects, his car, his body, everything is mint. But for some reason he's giving you the low end of the stick, he don't fuck with you. He don't fuck with you. He drives a Beamer.
No.
He drives this.
He fuck with you. His money don't fuck with you.
His dick fucks with you, not even his brain. His brain don't even fuck with you because he didn't even have the decency to say, okay, let me introduce you to what I like, where I'm comfortable.
The finer things in life.
Yes, exactly. Because if a man is like that, he's not gonna take. He's not gonna take his woman there. He's not gonna do that. He's gonna bring you where he's comfortable. Because men take pride in leveling somebody up. If they know that you don't have it, and that's an ego thing. Like, yeah, I took her from the streets. Now look at where she's at. That is an ego thing. Men definitely do that. I don't care. I don't care. They do it all the time.
I want to say, like, for me, to an extent, whatever. But I don't look at it and stuff as I'm trying to keep score and stuff. Because I feel like a good man doesn't worry about those type of things and stuff.
No,
like,
but a good man, if a good man is a good man and that eats in Yorkville, he doesn't want his bitch eating at fucking Subway. That's a pride thing.
Yeah.
That's a status thing. That's a pride thing. I don't care. That's how they stay.
Well, yeah,
that's how they all stay.
I mean, if I'm used to giving you filet mignon, it's kind of hard to give you some meatloaf later.
Exactly. It's gonna be exactly. If you let a man feed you peanuts, you will never taste a steak.
He always goes to Jackassers and he takes the Jackassers.
Then that's the type of man that he is. Then you good. You on the same level.
Okay.
But if he's just being disrespectful, you see him at Morton's with his friends, but for some reason you have never had a steak, honey.
What if he's going Dutch at Morton's with his friends, but with you, he gotta fit the whole bill. So
that's valid.
Men spend their money where they want to.
That is exactly what I said from the beginning. Everything is an investment.
You're bringing it back.
Everything is an investment.
I try to shoot them some bail, but Ben over here,
there's no bail. There's no bail.
I don't know. Are you part Podical Son or are you part Princess Diary?
Exactly.
I don't know where you stand.
You do everything with the man
Guys
them.
who don't know
Everything
how
with the man them. Everything with the man them. But when it comes to girls, you iffy. That says a lot. It says a lot. I don't care. You could fight me on this. It says a lot.
No, I agree to that.
It's a lot. Because even dudes who don't even have like a lot, they will still try to impress you and still try to do the most. So if a dude has it like that, he's not even trying to share it. Oh no, you're never gonna get a piece of that. That's the type of shit where you hear, oh, man worth 500 million, wife goes home with 10K. Like, you know what I mean? He gave you back to the streets. You don't care. Because it's an investment. You weren't worth the investment.
No, I fully agree. Look, we'll segue to a thing before we jump into the other question and stuff. I had this question about like last year sometime, 2018. Mm-hmm. You're in a relationship for 1 year. Mm-hmm. 1 year. Mm-hmm. At 2 weeks after your 1 year anniversary, you win Lotto Max, 50 mil. Mm-hmm. How much do you give your significant other?
Cricket?
Yo.
1 year.
Shorty, you still there? Shorty, you still there?
I got 50 million.
You got 50 mil. 50 mil. Give me 50 mil. I'll tell you how I feel.
Like,
I'm living my best life. Hang on back and forth with you niggas. Shorty left, folks. Shorty left the building.
It depends on like what our next level of a relationship is gonna be. Because I'm not about to invest into a man that's gonna go fuck with some white bitches. Now he got that bread. So are 1 year, okay, like what's our plan? Like, like it's crazy. You could date somebody for 1 year and know it's not going anywhere. Right. You could continue to date them until it falls off. Like It just happens. But if that's the person that I'm with, it's been 1 year and like 2 weeks and like I know this is my person, I'm gonna break you off, but I'm gonna watch what happens when I break you off.
This is what I would do.
Can I get a dollar amount for the break
you have
off?
a year to claim that ticket. I would wait another year to see how the relationship goes.
If I got 50 million, I'm gonna give you a mil.
You gonna give a mil?
I'll give you a mil.
I can live with a mil.
I can live with a mil.
Wow.
What's
See,
50 mil?
if I didn't have a kid,
if I didn't have a
kid, and I wasn't a Taurus. I was an Aries or if I was a Scorpio.
You get
If I was a
Scorpio,
bro. I said a mil too.
That's my Scorpio. Like I'm in love. I got my Scorpio for a year and 2 weeks. I'm gonna give him a mil. I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna see
Just
how
change your sign,
acts.
Ma.
Yeah, because $1 million.
How can I change my sign? She already know I'm a Taurus now.
$1 million is a lot of money.
$1 million to somebody, if you just make regular money or you make even okay money,
but
if you make $100K after taxes, I don't care. $1 million like just right up front, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
No,
So
but
I'm gonna see how you
you're
act.
in a year relationship. A lot can happen in a year. We just said that.
A lot
We
can happen
did,
in a year.
exactly.
And
So I'm gonna
that
give
one
you a
year,
mil,
that 1 year
see
relationship
how
could
you
seem like
behave.
a 10-year relationship. The trials and tribulations, all the above y'all went through.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, when I heard some people say they give zero, nada, I was like,
that means that's not your person.
facts.
I would wait another year to catch that.
You're dating
Wait
because
another year.
you're.
That's not your person then, man. That's
I
not
gotta
your-
make sure a year is not long enough for me to
Ben.
know.
50 mil, bro. You giving away one.
You still have 49 mil, B.
Yo, I have anxiety. I've heard stories where people will win $1 million, $100 million, and they're in bankruptcy. Right? They gave all the money to your friends and family.
You got 49 mil.
They gave all that money away to their friends and family, and at the end of it, they're asking for some money back, right? And they're like, "No, we can't help you. You had 50 million. What happened to you guys?"
Right.
And they won't help you back.
If I had $50 million
money would drive
after
people
taxes,
crazy.
$1 million to find out if my significant other is the one for me, what the fuck is that?
True.
Because heartache hurts more than losing $1 million.
Absolutely.
You can make $1 million back if you really want to.
Absolutely.
I don't know, man.
I would do it. It's a gamble I'm willing to take.
No, we were together for a year. You see me naked, man. You were holding it down and all the above.
All
you
the
entitled to the
above.
mill.
We lived in a 2-bedroom. Now we got a 7-bedroom. What's what now? Are you different now?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
$1 million is a big gamble. Maybe 50,000.
Nah,
50,000?
50,000 is
That's a gamble I'm willing to live with.
50,000 is like shopping money. That's like, all right, I'm gonna get you some stuff.
You can blow that in probably
A day.
Balenciaga or something like that.
50,000.
That's fine.
She's like, she
That's
taking
a
that
gamble I would
50,000.
take.
She calling her girl and she like, this nigga gave me 50,000. What do you think?
That's
He
like-
don't nephew. He never loved you.
Like-
He would have just had
You
you
get
around.
umfufu.
Exactly. That might be like
Huh?
that
You
might
be
be like
hey Ben, what have you done for me lately? You're gonna get umfufu to kill.
That's fine. I used to have more than 49 million with me.
Yeah, 49.
I'm good.
Yeah.
49.
So it's like, okay, I got 49 million, $1
950,000.
billion to see you ain't shit. All right.
Alright. and
What would you do?
Who,
You
me?
give $1 million. How about you, Smooth?
I give a mil.
I'll give him
I give a
$1
mil.
mil?
Yeah.
After a year?
Fam, she just saw me naked. We've been building together and stuff for her to do.
We were
all of the
working
above.
towards
We're
doing
working
good
towards
things.
a future without the
You
money.
know what? It's also different for men though, because men, when you give a woman money, it's different because you're still taking care of her on other aspects. You give a man a lump sum of cash, women don't really take care of men like that, right? So
True.
it's gonna be a different scenario.
True.
So women are gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna just bank this and act right because I got 49 left. So with men, it's like, I got $1 million? Fuck this bitch. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can do whatever I want right
So
now.
like when that whole thing came to me and stuff, whatever, right? Because like I'm the madman behind the questions and everything and stuff for that. And when I heard this girl, she won 649. She won 18 mil at the time.
Yeah.
And she's she blessed like family in Jamaica, blessed family and stuff here and everything like. And her boyfriend at the time, he was from Ghana and he had some family and stuff whatever in Ghana and everything like with her. So she's like, you know what, babe? Bought him a condo. So she's like, you can put the family when they come
she
from
heard
Ghana.
Ghana and she did that? That's
She's like she bought him a condo and stuff. So put like 2 relatives that come from Ghana there.
Yeah.
Gave him some cash. She gave him like a little, like I think $500,000, and then she bought him a Hummer truck. And my man just did like the road runner. He did a little meet
And you
Cut.
out of here?
out, gone in 60 seconds. So I was like,
I rate it.
I
rate it.
But when you look at the whole thing, I'm like, yeah, she basally spent $1 million to see if this guy was really for her or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
And she has 17 left or 16,
Yeah,
15,
yeah.
whatever she has left.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. She heard Ghanaian and she still did that. She kinda act like that's
It should have been. It
fault.
should have set off the alarms. You should
Yeah.
have known.
I have family in Ghana. You what? Like you what? Scammer? What? Like, I don't know about that one. She kind of set herself up. She definitely like West African men are the king of that shit. Like you gotta know. Like if you win some money and a West African man starts saying honey, like you gotta
already,
go.
you already know that.
You should already know. Like you know what I mean. Like they start acting like bitches. Start doing some bird shit.
Got you. All right.
Good.
Duckland29 said, if you could remove
Duckland.
one group from the world, which group would it be? For me, KKK. I get rid of KKK.
One group of people.
One group of people from the world.
Rothschild.
One group. Wow.
Why? I want to marry in.
Ugh.
I just want some bread.
Yeah, you remove the Rothschild? Really?
Yo, I don't know, man.
You just gotta finesse. You gotta marry in, finesse the bread, go on and go marry your black king. Like you're
We'll see
good.
about that.
Like
That's not how it works.
What about you, Smooth?
remove one group.
That's that. You
That's
know
hard,
that,
though.
that KKK is up there.
Wait,
It's up there, but
Do they
it's
have
like,
to be
do I have
current
to
timeline
physically
or any
remove them?
timeline?
I'm thinking.
Well, then run past then. Run the past.
The British.
The British?
Yo, they colonized
biggest
everybody.
colonizers?
There you go.
Yeah.
Out of the 200
And it-
countries,
you know
they
what's
colonized
crazy
like
to me?
13.
one time, just
Yeah.
Bigger than the Romans?
Yeah, they were though.
The craziest shit I ever seen was the fact that the British wanted to be separated from the UK. The biggest colonizers in the world wanted freedom, and that was so,
For the Brexit?
Those ironic shit.
Yo, that's irony.
That is irony. Look at you.
You know that boy British next to you though, right?
I was about to say.
You know that boy British.
He's
Listen,
not British.
I'm British, so I might not be here if you wipe them all out. It might just be so for King
How are you
Marv.
British? Yeah, probably not, but still.
That's actually crazy.
That's great.
That's great. What group would I?
You got all right.
Well, at least we haven't got rid of them yet, so I'm glad I'm still here
You're
to
still here.
represent.
You still out here.
But yeah, I would say the KKK is up there. I would probably throw maybe the NRA if we're doing acronyms.
Yeah.
That could work too.
We'll get rid of them folks.
But if you have no British from back in the day, you wouldn't have no KKK.
You think?
Well, yeah.
No, I think some other group would have just filled in that spot of me pale, me run everything.
I would just wipe out like the forefathers. Like fuck the government.
And start from new.
Yeah.
Start our own new shit.
Yeah. I think
That
I
could
would
work
do that.
because I think that
I
with
think-
the society because like it's set in
But
like
it's not in the
capitalist
forefront. They have
society.
to go back to like Greeks because they created democracy.
Exactly. So if I could wipe out democracy in itself and start from fresh, yeah, I think that would be it because that's like our society and the way how we run is more important than anything else. Because we could have all these fucked up groups, but they wouldn't feel so entitled if it weren't for certain people.
True, I like that. I roll with that.
And I don't have to pay so much taxes. But
Why don't you just wipe out the people that came up with ideologies?
that too. But then I'd have to wipe out myself.
Yeah.
Everybody. I'm about to say, what is you saying right now?
Let's not stop at the British.
I'm
Let's
about to say,
not
have
just
you
stop
heard
at
of-
everybody who's
As
trying to
so
conquer
say the
everything and move
sons.
forward.
As so say the sons.
Yeah.
That's our ideology. We gonna wipe ourselves out too.
But-
Calm down there, Thanos.
But I'm saying if we finger snapping, I mean the KKK I can see, the NRA I can
No,
see.
I'll make an example out of them and stuff and be like, yo, y'all remember all those hood dudes, those racial ones? So even people and stuff who's not wearing the hood, they vanish and be like, yeah. Say
That's
something.
crazy.
Say something else.
Say something.
else.
Say something.
This is what's happening.
If you
That's
do wipe
cool.
up the British, then you won't get anime.
So you gotta go back, man. You gotta go
That's
back.
what I'm saying. If you
I
go
could-
back, you
But
gotta
this
get
is
You're
what
not
I'm
gonna get
saying
top
too.
boy.
You want to wipe out somebody that's tied to so many things that are is
Well, then
Yo,
we gotta
as
wipe out white
much as we don't
people.
want to admit it, it's
Right.
progressive.
I'm okay with
Right.
that. No, I'm okay. Actually, I'm okay with that. Yeah, them.
I mean, yeah, chances are we probably would have figured it out anyway.
Right?
Cool.
I gotta wipe out white people.
You have a question for the
Oh
sons?
hell yeah! I got a couple of questions. Number one is I don't know if it was like the last episode 2 weeks ago. You guys were talking about the cultural appropriation about black hair or the cornrows or the dreads, and you guys were saying that it's not cultural appropriation because you could go back to the cavemen. They had the dreads and stuff like that, right?
Yes.
That's what you guys. Are you guys still down with that?
Yes, I
So-
argue that point.
You did, and I heard that conversation on the podcast, and I got pissed off.
Right.
So before I say something, I want to see on a black woman's point of view first. I'm direct that question to.
You sure?
Yes, because I think me and you're gonna be the same page.
Let's get ready to rumble.
No, you guys said this,
Okay.
and I got pissed
That's
off,
fine.
and okay, I want you to go first.
So you guys said that cultural appropriating hair does not exist because hairstyles were from like before Christ. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, we all
I think
share
it
the
was- I
same
think it was something-
hairstyle. Yeah,
It was on the line. So
Something along that line.
it was on the lines of saying, like before we're putting labels and stuff on everybody and everything and stuff, whatever. Like a caveman wasn't combing hair,
Because
and then his hair was just lock up.
I feel like there's a difference between locks and just knots and not combing your hair. Like your hair becomes, if you don't comb your hair will mat and lock itself.
Right,
Right,
and
right.
then
So, but I don't feel like white people, non-black people are inspired by caveman behavior. What are they inspired by? Niggas.
True, but I mean, like, all right, like when it came to like, what's the name? What's that model chick? Bo Derek.
Yeah,
When she did
with
the
the
whole
cornrows.
cornrows thing.
when
and
she
stuff,
did the whole
whatever.
cornrows.
She did the cornrows thing because it was a photo shoot
Yeah.
from her doing it in the water. So you know, like with the hair being all over and
And
stuff.
she had like
whatever.
eggshells still in there. I mean, what's it called? The seashells.
She had seashells and stuff. It was part of the whole thing. So
Yeah.
like the fact with the cornrows is in
It's
there.
like an aesthetic.
Yeah, so it was just giving the whole look and
I
stuff.
think
Whatever.
I
whatever.
feel like my whole thing is I'm not as sensitive as other people may be on this topic. I am, but I'm not. Things for the purpose of art, like something like that, where the
Right.
aesthetic is, it makes sense for you. For this is the easiest way we can style your hair, whatever. Again, I'm a person that I see things. Well, if someone is actively looking to have a certain aesthetic and we know where it stems from. There's a difference. Some things are innocent, some things are not. So I would say
Some things are deliberate.
Exactly.
Oh
so I would say a photo shoot might be a little bit more innocent. Again, a model is not always in control. And as a model, you will not have control until you're like Naomi Campbell status, where you can say, I'm not doing this and I'm not wearing that and I'm not walking here and I'm not walking for you.
Facts.
So I think that you can't take all those things to heart, but some girls walking down the streets in box braids, you might want to be like, bitch, like, why you do that? Your hair can't even handle that. Like, okay.
Why y'all box braid up?
Yeah. Box braids are cornrows.
Yeah, like exactly. You know, like the poetic justice braids. I see white girls with that, and then like they take it out and their hair's falling out, and it's like, well, shorty, I'll tell you something about your hair. Like it wasn't meant for that. It is what it is. I'm not extremely bothered, but I get bothered because there's like this disrespect towards Black women and everything that we do, and we are accredited for nothing. Absolutely nothing. Everything we do is ghetto, and what they do is trendy.
They make fun of you.
It's innovative. It's trendy. It's Vogue worthy. It's this. It's that.
It's couture.
You know, when I'm outside in my bonnet, I'm a hood bitch because I just obviously I don't.
The bonnet. That's what it was. I think came from right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think that episode. Well, my stance was if we were watching. Okay, let's say we watch like Lord of the Rings, or we watch any type of period piece, what was back in like, let's say, the early 1600s, the around
right.
Right? If we're looking at the Caucasians of that time, even as an African hairstyle, let's say they even took it from even that time, right? It was just considered of some sort of way to just do your hair that was practical.
Who's making those movies? You're saying timepieces. Black people are not making those movies.
No, we're not.
Who's making those movies?
White
You
people.
can't take their point of view and saying, "Oh, this is how it was."
This
You
is
can't
practical.
do that.
Well, this makes
But we're
sense.
saying, are you saying because they made those type of movies that back then Caucasian people did not have their hair braided or anything like that? Because if we're saying they're keeping towards tradition, right?
Yeah.
Let's say in the medieval times, because we've seen sword characters who have the long wispy hairs. We've seen the sword carrying characters who've had the braided hair, right?
Yeah.
Chances are they might have braided their hair because in a heat of battle they don't want their long flowing locks flowing around.
But
right?
let's talk about how there's a difference between cornrows and the white people braids.
And
White people braid their hair like
locks.
this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Loosely.
Yes.
We braid our hair to our scalp.
Yes.
There's a big difference.
But what I was saying is regards to braids itself, it wasn't uncommon for them. And I don't think back then Black people were looking at it as they're culturally appropriating. Just they're looking at it simply
I
as
feel like we were so oppressed and so taken advantage of that we wouldn't even have time to clock. Like we're being everything that we do, they're learning and clocking and taking advantage of.
yeah.
I don't think that we would even notice that at that time. Now we have
Because
now we can think for
now
ourselves.
we have more freedom and more leeway.
It was
Exactly.
I can
we
agree to
couldn't
that.
even read
I can
and
agree to
write,
that.
and we were raising their children.
I can agree to
So
that.
I mean, what's a hairstyle to them, right? It's just like, oh, teach them how to do this.
Yeah, we were focused and stuff.
But even then, it wouldn't even have been a time because they weren't looking at it as
Anything.
a racial aspect.
No, it's not a racial aspect because
Black and white people, they were chill in that time.
Right.
They weren't looking at conquering each other. They were just like, okay,
Yeah, no, they were.
They were. White
No,
people were
I mean,
always
but not
looking
to that
at
extent. I mean, you could have a Black man in Rome and it wouldn't be uncommon. It wouldn't be uncommon to have like an upper class Moor in Spain. It wouldn't be an uncommon
Because they
thing.
conquered it.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So if
yeah.
if I conquer it, right,
Yeah.
and I bring my hairstyle in when I conquer it, right, and you as a white person say, oh shit, that's a nice hairstyle. Hey, by the way, it keeps it out of the way while I'm doing certain things. Then you decide to do certain things, and then the Moor comes around and say, oh, you finally got your ass smart. You freaking seen your hair waving all over the shit. You braided. Now it's out of the way. Good for you. I'm saying they're not looking at it as cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
They're looking at it as you're taking something from our culture that made sense, right, and rocked with it. Now it's a different story.
Okay, so
Now
you're
we can
saying
look at
basically
now we can look at it as
So you're
Hair shouldn't
saying
grow the same
practicality
way.
versus now it's trendy.
yeah.
Which
Now
is
it's
the
being,
disrespect.
now it's trendy.
Which is
now
the
it's
disrespect.
trendy.
Okay, at that time I understand your point, but
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
it's like it's a totally different thing now where it's like bitches don't need braids to be practical. You want to be practical, put your hair in a ponytail.
Yeah.
You did braids because you want to look like me. Like let's be real. You got your
But then
inspiration from
But then
me.
they'll flip the argument and say, hey, you straightened your hair and you put in weave to look like me.
That's not the same
I don't think that's the same thing.
at all.
That's not the same thing. That's like saying black girls being blonde or getting blonde weave is because we want to look like you. It's just it's not mutually exclusive.
And see, this is the reason why I don't bully Smooth. He bullies me.
Is that the reason why you don't bully me? I bully you.
So if black women wear the hair they wanted to,
What's the next question?
no, it's just they look uncivilized. It's not professional to have your hair.
And
in
that's not fair
dreads
either
and
because the
braids.
hair that grows out
So
of my
black women
scalp,
do it to be fit in.
the
more
hair
than
that
us.
grows out of my scalp should
And be
not
taken
be
seriously.
deemed unprofessional. That's not fair. That's
It's
some
not-
bullshit.
exactly.
But the way how life is set up, if my hair doesn't look like this or whatever it is, it's a problem. Why is your hair unkept? Our hair, even like right down to, let's just stretch it. Google, you look at black in the dictionary, dark, filthy, dirty, everything else in the book. My hair, same thing. If my hair is not done, if my hair is not straightened out, it's not taking,
It's a problem.
it's not styled, it's a problem.
Right.
It's a
And
big
it's
problem.
ghetto.
Right.
And it's ghetto as fuck. Like that's exactly just what it is. So if I straighten my hair, you can't say that I'm trying to be like you. That's your problem. You set the standard, bitch.
And that's what that's what I'm saying. It's not as simple as saying, "Oh, when you go back, this and that." And the
So
thing
my
is,
whole
locks
thing
is.
is, and wait,
oh,
pause.
yeah.
Why would you want to look like me when I can't even get a job with braids in my head? Why do you want to look like me, and how is that fair?
Well, for the most part, the ones that we see with the braids in hair either got jobs, don't want jobs, or
Yeah.
they're posing for the camera.
Exactly. So
You
what
don't
do
see
you want?
you don't see everyday Becky out there braiding their hair and going
Exactly.
to work.
So what do you want from my life? Because I'm not allowed to. I can't be me. I'm not allowed to engage in myself, in my roots, in my culture. Because if I do, oh man, God forbid, I'm not a whore, I'm a vixen or something else in the book. Braids. Where are you going with braids? You know what I mean? But you can go to your little blue collar, white collar job with braids in your head. Oh my God, I saw that in Vogue, Becky. Like that is amazing. Who did that for you? That's not fair. That's some bullshit. Like it's not fair at all. I changed my hair now. I don't know if you guys will. I'm actually up to you guys. I have a job now. I work 9 to. I work like 7 to 3. So
Hey, get your
working
coins, queen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when I changed my hair, I didn't know you could. How? But how? Like it's a thing. It's a really big thing, and it's
It
not
is.
fair. It's like it's not.
I mean, in
It's
the
not
irate,
fair
what?
at
I am
all.
not my hair. I am not my hair.
I am not, but I am. Let's be realistic. I am not,
Well-
but I am, and that all just depends on the way how I choose to live my life. And you could try. It's actually pathetic. They had to pass a law in New York that you can no longer discriminate
Sure,
against
against
people.
hair.
New
their
York,
hair.
South Africa,
Exactly.
same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's actually sad, and it's like, this is how I am. This is how I was born, but I can't be that way.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's a whole other podcast in itself.
Exactly.
There you go.
And that's why I got heated when I heard you guys.
Final
It
question.
can
then.
and
Hit
it
us
can't
up with the
be.
final question.
Okay, so I think it was last episode too. You guys were talking about Sodom and Gomorrah and how the world is in cycles.
Right.
And then on Shorty's podcast, they're talking about the gay agenda. Right?
Yeah, we did. We talked about that.
So do you think we're going back? This is actually for Shorty because you're the gay agenda. So you think everything's going back to the way it was back in the day, where everybody's being more sexually free, more sexually fluid? I think you guys said too.
I think that people.
That we're going forward.
I think that people are definitely fighting for that. Yeah, definitely. We're not like. It's crazy. Like I hate talking. Like I'm so old because I'm so young. But like in the last 10 years, I can definitely say I went from people being everybody's a faggot. Excuse my language.
Yeah.
To now it's like, oh my God, let's go to Pride.
Yeah.
I think that things are really different now. There are definitely people who are still. I don't agree with the lifestyle. I'm not into that.
Right.
And that's okay. Not everybody's going to be on the same page, but for the most part, I think that we're a lot more open, and I think that's a good thing. We normalize sexuality, and I think that's a good thing. And I think it's a good thing because my whole thing is safety. I've seen people and people close to me get attacked because of who they are, and it's something that they can't help.
Right.
So I think that normalizing it is in everybody's best interest, because you don't know how much your words can hurt.
True.
People who are not like heterosexual, they go through a lot between their families and who they are on the street. So you don't know how that person just got into a fight with their mom and dad, and you just decided to fucking bully them because they are who they are walking down the street. You don't know how that makes them feel, and that's not fair. So I think it's great. And I also think that in terms of people are so against like kids learning about it.
Right.
I don't think that you have to be deep, but I think it's okay to showcase it, especially like we're not in the 90s showcasing this. We live in 2019 where your kids are going to go to school who probably they're going to make a friend who might have same-sex parents.
Right.
So
Exactly.
I think that people think like everything is for them. Not everything was made for you. Not everything is about you. It's a tool. It's a learning tool. Exactly. It's a learning tool. So I can understand that. Hey, one day I'm gonna have kids, and by the time I have kids, it's gonna that's Futurama. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
By the time I do that, so hey, like one parent's kid, your mom might be an alien and their dad might be trans, and like, what am I gonna say about that? I can't be ignorant towards that because I don't want my child to be like that.
True.
So I think it's okay to introduce ideas, not necessarily be like intense about it, but introducing is okay.
I think one of the arguments is really that it's not really a fight against of you introducing the ideas, but at what age do we consider it appropriate to introduce that?
I think the age where you start going to school is appropriate, because once the first day your kid goes to kindergarten, they're exposed to everything and everybody else's lifestyle.
Right.
Kids aren't discreet. Kids do not hold their tongue. They,
No.
They say what they want to say.
The darnest thing.
My mom doesn't have a car. My mom wears a wig. They say whatever they want to say when they're at school. There's no filter. So I think that is the age to introduce things, because they're no longer in the home where they're protected by this bubble and mom and dad.
Absolutely. I agree to that.
So I can live with that, and I think that people need to understand that it's like teaching, like introducing something to your kids does not mean that they're going to turn out to be gay or they're going to be trans or they're going to put ideas in their head. I think children are moldable. So if they go to school and they learn, okay, there are same-sex parents and same-sex marriages, and there are people who do not feel like the body that they were born in. I think that's a lot, but it's okay, because they're going to come home at the end of the day and you teach them what you know. Exactly. So I think there can be a healthy balance as long as the parents are not ignorant, because if you send your kids to school and they learn something at school, at the end of the day, like how I see when I got sent to school and I learned something, I would go home. And whatever I learned at home, I kind of followed until I got older.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think that you can do that. But if you're an ignorant asshole and you're like, oh, faggots and this and that, and you're saying all these bad things in front of your kids, then they're gonna go to school with that same energy, and that's not the type of person that's not the kid that you want to raise.
Hurt people hurt people.
Yeah. And that's how we got that KKK group.
Exactly. And let's face it, like the LGBT community, they're not bothering anybody.
The alphabet mafia.
They're not bothering anybody. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes I think that the gays can be a bit aggressive. But I think that comes from years and years of being hurt, like us. That's
one of the things that we've actually discussed and talked about is the aggressive nature of having to put it out there. The fact that like we are going to advertise our gayness, our transsexual, our lesbianism. We want you to know, and I think a lot of that comes from them not being able to or having the platform to express themselves.
Yeah. Exactly.
But now it's almost to the point where it almost seems like any chance that they get,
they'll jump on it.
They'll jump on it.
Which
right?
I think sometimes I think that's annoying.
Little Nas X.
Sometimes I think it's annoying because it's like, like all the new reboots of the TV shows, I always got to throw in somebody gay, and it's just like, God damn, like it's okay. Like I would also rather them introduce new gay characters instead of saying like, well, Bert and Ernie are actually together.
Yeah.
Introduce new characters, because it's okay for people to be straight, and it's also okay for people to find themselves.
It's Simon.
Yeah,
It's funny that you mentioned that,
because gay too now.
Because when I was talking to Marvin about, I think the first time I've actually watched television and I seen a scene with two homosexual men in it was a home improvement show. Now, This home improvement show.
Wow, yeah.
No, I ain't gonna say which ones.
I'll tell you off air.
They go in.
I thought you meant the show Home Improvement
No,
with
no,
that
no.
Allen guy.
No, it was a home
Okay.
improvement show. So
Gotcha.
So they go in.
HGTV show.
yeah, they go in. They find the couple. They
So-
fix the couple's house,
Yeah.
whatever. The couple usually discuss what's going on, so forth, this, that,
That's
and the third,
right.
right?
And how they feel.
How they
blah, blah,
feel
blah,
and so
yeah.
forth like that, right? So anytime you have the interaction with the
The couples
right?
talking about their thing. They're normally like in a cafe.
They might be in a
going for
cafe.
walk
They
and
go for a
everything.
Exactly,
walk.
there's
something.
shots.
Not this episode.
This episode, what I'm watching, right, is the first time they're ever gonna show a couple, right, in a hot tub.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
They're doing it big.
So not only are they showing the couple in the hot tub, but in the hot tub it's two men.
Okay.
So I'm saying to myself, well, first and foremost, you were never racy before to show any form of couple
Not a
in
man
any
or a
sort of
woman?
situation
Yeah.
like that. They're either in a bar, they're either having something to eat, or they're walking. Something that's neutral, right? So now you're here, you're showing some close bonding,
Yeah.
something where
Ants racing.
you
Okay,
you
so
figure
there's
people
actual
would
innuendo to it.
right, and you're showing it now with these two men as opposed to saying, hey, let's do something racy. Let's have a man and woman. You know what I mean? It's almost like, okay, we see where you were going with this episode, but now what's the innuendo that you're putting in place? And maybe there might not be, but I'm just dumbstruck that.
If you see, like, it's a home improvement show, it's not Love and Hip Hop, it's not a
But this
reality
is what
show,
I'm
right?
saying.
Like that.
This was like a,
So I just say that if they did that,
Reaching.
it's because they're trying to introduce the
Choose
idea. It might come off as a little aggressive, but I also think that it's important because the more we normalize those things, the less those people get hurt and attacked.
Yeah.
Right?
Sooner the better.
So sometimes it's annoying because it's like, God damn, I just want to see the marble countertops.
That's it. Yeah, your main concern,
Yeah.
like as a viewer,
As
is
a viewer, like,
you just wanna
I-
see how much could they do with this money,
Right.
or are
That's
they gonna
right.
do this?
Exactly.
with
But
the
I
other
don't even
part?
think that the fact that it's two men that are on the show, because we're past that. We've
It's the
accepted
setting
that. You know what I mean?
that
It's-
they had to make it sexually
Right.
explicit for
I
you to
would- I would
understand
even have been like-
that they don't just live in the same
Yeah.
house. They're together.
I would have been cool if they were at the, if they were eating dinner, if they were at the bar, if they were walking, because that's what I'm used to seeing.
Yeah.
But they went the extra
The
mile
extra, yeah.
to
Now,
prove that
oh,
point.
yeah.
Sometimes it's annoying. Sometimes it's necessary, and sometimes it's annoying. It just depends. I totally get what everybody's saying from both sides. I hear it, but again, like, I'm more so like, they're minorities like us,
True.
except for white gay
I
men.
don't
White
know,
gay
man.
men are
Yeah, I guess
better
it-
off than
yeah.
us.
Yo,
Come fight me. But for the most part, they're minorities, and I feel like they deserve protection just as much as anybody else.
all right, man.
Yo, wait, real quick. Speaking of HGTV, you guys were talking about Pretty Ugly, and you threw my girl's Egypt's name out there, and I was not happy about that. Egypt's a pretty girl. You remember that? What do you mean?
Yeah.
She's one of the hosts of the HGTV where they go.
I go back to Jay-Z lines.
I don't watch that stuff. I'm not old enough yet.
I go back to Jay-Z line with that one, whatever.
You're a hater. But anyways, continue with your.
preference, man.
No, it's not. It's prejudice.
That's your preference.
You're prejudice because she's a little thick.
No.
There's nothing wrong with Dick.
She like Fergie, man.
No.
Like Fergie, like with the she got
Fergie's
this
so
popping off,
pretty.
but
No, Fergie's pretty.
Fergie did some work to kind of
Fergie's
change.
really pretty. Like, have you looked? I think Fergie's gorgeous.
Fergie now is different from the Fergie.
Fergie was
from
pretty
the,
in 04.
My humps, my lady humps.
She wasn't pretty there?
She was.
Yeah,
She
had
Okay,
pretty
you know
ugly.
what? That was a different era because,
Well, she had good days
again,
and
that
bad
was
days,
before
too.
people thought white girls were cool. But I think that she was very pretty. In 2004, when she was doing My Humps 2003, I think that Fergie was pretty. I think she's very pretty and very feminine.
She transcended.
She's
She transcended.
Everyone goes
She
up.
transcended.
Look at
She
Sierra. I don't
transcended.
think Sierra was cute when she came out with goodies, but
Oh,
she's
she
cute
was.
now.
Oh my goodness, she
Nah.
was.
See,
Oh,
that's
you know what?
perfect.
Again, different generation, because back when she came out with goodies, we said she had a dick. We didn't know any better.
I heard
Yeah,
that
but you
too.
said that
I
about
heard
everybody. You said that about that Lady Gaga too.
No, we
Like,
didn't.
People did.
Well,
Well,
she-
not
oh, the
my
video?
people.
Well, Lady Gaga.
Yeah, she got off a bike and they said something flapped out. It was a dick?
Something, yeah. Yo,
Oh,
they had a
no.
video of Megan Thee Stallion where she was like twerking and like, oh, it looks like a little extra meat on there, but it's actually her booty.
Yeah,
And it's like,
but people got problems.
Oh my god.
People have
yo.
problems.
People got
That's what I'm
problems.
saying.
Fergie's very
Sierra
pretty.
looks beautiful. I don't know.
Right?
Once again, thank you guys for both coming through the show. We appreciate
Yes,
it. Whatever.
thank
Yo,
you.
thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us, man. The 50th.
Most definitely, man.
We made it, baby.
Made it to
Right.
the 50th, man. Ben, tell them the plugs. Tell them where to find you.
Don't find me. You still find me on the Podical Sons again. Hopefully, that's it. Don't find me.
Shorty, tell them where to find you.
Because I hear about the DMs you guys get. I don't want no fights. If you want to contact me. So fucking marvelous.
Yeah, I'll fight the battles for you. I'll fight the battles.
Just go through his representative.
Exactly. He's my buffer.
I'll fight the battles for you, whatever. You know I'm with the shit, so I mean...
Mood.
He's my buffer.
Yeah, man. So then, Shorty, tell them the plugs where to find you. And Julissa.
Buck Shorty with a V, so FVCK. Shorty with a Y. The Real Princess Diaries, spelled like how I said it.
And when the episodes drop?
We drop our episodes every Tuesday because
Gotcha.
we're problematic. And you can also follow Dark Angel Cosmetics and buy my makeup.
Most definitely.
Right,
most definitely, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Smooth, you want to say anything to the peoples when you slide off?
Yeah, I mean, this was...
Box braids are cultural appropriation.
And so are locks.
And so are locks.
And they're not dreadlocks. They're not dreadful. They're just locks.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
Touche.
Oh
I
my
also
goodness.
want to thank our guest, Ben the Dillinger. Fuck Shorty for coming through. Like I said, I'm from we started, they've been rocking with us.
That's right.
Shorty been, she been there to see,
listening.
what
watching
was
all the
going on
bullshit.
and so forth. So I mean, we're glad that they're here. We're glad that they're able to share the 50 with us. You know what I mean? And
And maybe the next 50.
that's it.
That's
The
crazy.
next 50,
Yeah.
we did a.
The next 50, you gotta have like balloons drop.
Oh, definitely. Next 50 is 100.
Well, that would be 100.
That's
So yeah,
100.
we're definitely gonna
it's
do
a
something
different
big
dance,
for that.
man.
That's
And it's
crazy.
funny because we did one at 25, and I think that's what the deal was. We were gonna try and do one at every 25. So we'll do another live video one at 75, and then 100.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, can I come back?
Sure.
But listen, if you're around and you got more topics,
If your moon is in retrograde and everything lines up.
because I don't know.
Got it.
I don't know who might be whistling.
Is Venus in Aries? Let's find out.
Someone might be whistling her off to the Bahamas or something where she getting all
that's
the
right.
everything expense paid, so she might not have
She
time
might
for
find her
us.
Scorpio and live happily ever after.
She might not have time for us.
I found a Scorpio, but
Hey.
we could do Skype. I'll plug
We
in.
do
You
a
can call
Skype,
me. You
plug
can
up.
call me. We do a little phone interview. If I'm
Okay,
not here.
okay.
Well, listen, you're definitely one of the guests that we've had on the show that people have said that they feel. So
Yeah.
They're vibing with you.
They vibing with you. They love
I'm a
it.
good person.
you keep you
For the
keep it
most
really
part.
bring your perspective.
For a
and that's
Cancer.
it. Yeah.
For Cancer,
Yeah.
I'm
You hold it down for a Cancer. You hold it down for a
You want
Cancer.
the smoke. You want the smoke.
I want all the smoke.
I know.
No, they
I'm like, you want the smoke. Tell them welcome to the party, man.
Baby, welcome to the party.
All right, man. Thank you again, once again, man. Thanks for listening to Podical Sons. Remember the difference between...
Oh, wait, hold up. Since this is the 50th, we are celebrating, so say the Sons. Celebrate the small victories.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
So says the adopted son.
That's
So
right.
says
Yeah.
the adopted
So
son.
says the
we-
adopted
yeah,
son.
before we
We'll give
sign
a
off.
little
I like
snaps.
that,
We'll give a little
man.
snaps for that.
Yeah, man. Thanks again for listening to Podical Sons. Remember the difference between genius and stupidity. A genius has its limits.
All
Peace
right,
and
I'm
love.
Out. All right, I'm head out.
Peace.
Bye.
Head out.
That was a lot.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.